I'm a modern major general.
Everybody shut up. Everybody, hello. Hey, that's the intro. We're Table Goth, a group of tabletop game enthusiasts and authentic Gothic aficionados. And we're here to play some Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition game.
You're nailing it.
This is our 3rd episode, officially? No.
No, prologue. So it's
3rd episode, so it's going to be very polished. You're going to be seeing a clean product. You're going to be seeing some people who know what they're doing, and they're doing it well.
Enough.
Not us.
Like, maybe some.
You'll
Like in
see
the
it
background.
What else we got to talk about? We're playing Vampire, which is in the world of darkness, which is an edgy, dramatic world. We're playing bad people doing problematic things. So if you get uncomfortable, feel free to mute it, take a break, walk away, come back when you're feeling more comfortable. Don't stop making the video. Anything else we need to say in our polished?
Just emphasize, Don't
Yeah.
stop the video.
When you talk
We'll
about
do our solicitations of social media stuff at the end of the video. But for now, I think we're ready to jump in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're Table Goth, and this is our Chronicle Taste of Youth. Aaron, shut up. We didn't really go anywhere, but we're starting.
this is polished.
So, last time. After winning a fight with JC and his crew at Evelyn's house, Jordan Evelyn nearly ate Evelyn's brother, Edward. After momentarily letting the beast get the best of them, they managed to control themselves, though Edward was flipping out because his sister and her friend just grew fangs and bit him. JC was dazed, but he got up and began to run from the house with 2 of his friends who were unharmed. While Herb and Jordan tried to calm down Edward, Evelyn went to grab a steak from the movie prop room, and Elijah chased down JC. A girl with a knife who was there with JC sprung on Elijah, and his beast lashed out, causing him to snap her arm and deal a lethal blow to her skull.
No, it
The other guy in the crew was enraged after seeing his friend so injured, and he fought Elijah. He actually managed to hold him off for quite a while before Elijah just decided to escape and run after JC. Too late, though, as he was already speeding out of the driveway. Evelyn allowed the last of JC's crew to take the hurt girl and leave. Meanwhile, Herb was trying to give Edward some drugs to calm him down, and Jordan used one of her mental disciplines to make him forget. Though she lost control once again, as the beast reared its ugly head, she manages to wipe more than she bargained for, as Edward's mind seemed temporarily blank as his nose bled. After a few moments, he recovered, and despite the coterie trying to convince him that JC had used him, he seemed intent on patching things up, unaware that the 2 groups had just fought, not remembering anything. Evelyn made one last plea with her brother as the sun prepared to rise, but he left. Coterie slept that day, and the next night Jim was there to take them to their families. Herb snuck in his own house to discover that Delilah, who had been staying with him after she got in a bad fight with her family, was gone. Eventually, he let his presence be known to his parents, and he told them he'd gone on a sudden drug-fueled road trip and wasn't at prom where the incident happened. They were upset that he scared them with his disappearance, but ultimately were just happy he was safe. He called around and discovered that Delilah had been taken to the hospital and picked up by her parents. Her phone seemed disconnected, so he showed up at her house. Managing to avoid her very wealthy family's home security, he threw rocks at her window and he saw Delilah, now nearly bald with the dreads her father hated so much, shaved from her head. She went to meet him, but her father showed up at the back door with her. She tried stopping her father, but Daddy let Herb know that he was going to get Delilah on the right path again, and they weren't allowed to see each other. Despite physical threats, Herb stayed and tried convincing a fearful Delilah to leave and called her dad a fascist a lot. Delilah's father proceeded to soundly beat the hell out of Herb, who eventually surrendered despite some mid-beating snark. Evelyn joined Elijah at his home, where he discovered his father Dale was in town. His nephew Oliver is not surprised that he was okay, as he insisted to the rest of the family that Elijah was tough and could take care of himself. His brother-in-law cooked for them with Evelyn's help, as Elijah had a moment with his older sister and shared a beer with his father. His father encouraged him to pursue his passions and expressed regret that he wasn't there for him as much as he should have been. Elijah eventually called his mother as well, who promised to visit as soon as she could to make it up to him. All around, they had a decently pleasant evening, and he announced he'd be staying with Evelyn and pursuing music instead of going to college. Jim drove Jordan to East St. Louis to the Coven, a strip club that she worked at. While the more established dancers who usually looked out for her were not there, Adam, the owner, let her begin dancing as she asked. Jim also used his discipline to do some mind stuff on Adam and verified that not only was he a ghoul, but several of the dancers were in fact kindred. Before that, Jordan also received her new identity, as well as documents for the transfer of her money and verification of her death from a kindred named Loki. The painfully awkward but equally useful kindred asked some questions, and Jim claimed to be her sire to slate his curiosity. He warned her not to trust other kindred, Jim did. They had an uncomfortable but well-meaning conversation on the way back to Evelyn. The next night, after the remainder of that night, everyone moved their stuff in, got settled in Evelyn's house, which will be your haven for the moment. You woke up the next night and the television mysteriously turned on to a live news footage of a candlelight vigil taking place at your school, or what's left of it. You saw a picture of all the confirmed dead students, including some of your close friends. In the morning crowd, they also spotted Zoe, the one who warned Jordan, who seemed fully aware of the attack before it happened on prom night. She wiped a tear from her eye that stained her tissue red with blood. And that is where we will pick things up, around the television. And just as it had suddenly turned on, it suddenly turns off.
Do we see anybody in the room or hear anything? Like a quick look around?
Glancing around, you see at the back of the room Jim, who was not there before. You did not hear him walk in. Also seen him watching the TV, and he just looks down. Hey.
You got the remote? Did you do that?
No.
TV just turned on all by itself, showing us that.
What was that? Looked like some of the... I just literally came in about a minute ago.
That was
What's left of our class?
Is it pretty bad?
not great.
No.
Lost a lot. A lot.
That Zoe at the end. Anyone else notice what I picked up on?
Yeah.
Crying red.
Crying red. That's oh, as you know, that's what we do.
I didn't know that. I haven't cried yet.
You should try it sometime. It's good for you. She I don't remember. Was she there too with all y'all? I don't remember any other survivors.
She was your date.
Yeah.
My date made it out too. Olivia. She didn't have a pulse when I left. She's there. So
I think Zoe knew that it was gonna happen.
What makes you say that?
She tried to get me to leave. shit started hitting the fan, she really tried to get me to not go back.
Interesting. You think she knows more about what happened then? Who those people were and all that?
For sure.
Well, I came here to... we need to start looking for answers. I have some hunches, but leads like that are important.
King, my sire, like, possessed Olivia and attacked me. So, do you think that the person I just saw on television was her, or?
There's honestly no way of knowing. I think it might be in my best interest to check up. I have a way of telling if someone's kindred or not, a bit easier than the rest of you. I'll look at the news story and see if I could get a quick check on who's who and if they're what they say are. You were the only ones I saw up and about that evening. Well, besides camp. From what I could tell, no one else was turning. So I don't know. It all happened very fast. But well, we got work to do. We need to figure out what you can do, and you need to get a grasp on how you do it. Had a conversation with Jordan last night, made me realize that it's best that you all understand what you're capable of. You inquired into how I do some of the things I do. I'm not your sire. I guess it's fallen on me to try to show you as well. First, is anyone feeling too hungry? Because we're going to need to be pushing the beast tonight.
I'm
And I want you to
starving.
Could eat.
It hurts.
Seems like a good idea, man.
Well, I don't want to have to rough anyone up. I'll get things set up here. Y'all go feed. And be quick about it. Go on. Don't come back hungry. I mean, a little hungry is fine, but you know what I mean.
Alright. Sure, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, we'll talk when you come back. I'll get things set up here, like I said. Again, we don't have all night, though.
Are you guys also hungry?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Pretty.
you want to go back to that house, or do we?
Oh, I say we.
I mean, that party was. No, I was gonna say chill, but that's definitely not what that party was. I
No.
was thinking about calling up some buds, just find something a little more local.
I'm gonna message a couple people real quick, but don't leave without me or anything.
Sure.
Yeah. Jim exits the room. You could see in sort of one of your main foyer areas, he brought like a wooden chest, like a trunk. And it's popped open, and it's kind of hard the glasses got in there, but he just seems to be at work.
Sorry, go.
No, I'm gonna shoot a message to Leah and ask what she's up to tonight. Try to get her phone number so I can get it in my burner phone, or if I can have her number from my old phone and shoot her a message. And then I'll also message Henry and see if he's gonna be back in St. Louis anytime soon.
Sure. You send some messages out with their numbers up on your computer, and yeah, they're both around.
Cool.
And yeah, did you want them to come over tonight, right away? I mean, both are glad to hear you're okay and whatnot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They would
We
be
go through.
willing if you want to meet up with them or them come here, whatever you want to do. Seems like both are eager to check out on you.
Yeah, I'll see what their plan is, and if they're gonna like go out somewhere, maybe I'll go out.
All right, what are the rest of you doing? You're gonna call up some friends as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find either some sort of like party or get together or something that's going on where somebody's gonna be, over partaking.
Using. Sure, easy enough. Make some calls. It's a Tuesday. Nothing crazy is going on, but there's some people chilling and using.
Yeah. Small setting like that's fine for me too.
Sure.
I'm gonna reach out to Brooke.
Okay.
I guess I was gonna kind of see what everyone else was doing and if there was room for one more.
It's a chill kickback going on apparently on Tuesday.
Going up on a Tuesday. I'm not super comfortable with my own venues yet, so I just tag along if I can. Anyone's shindigs.
You're always welcome to join me, man.
I'm just so busy lately.
Sure.
Blowing me off.
No, just gotta get this.
Do you want to tag along with Herb then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll invite them over then. We can put a movie on.
Okay.
Should I come over after we leave?
I think so, yeah.
Well, you guys are going to like a low key party, and that's not the scene. Or-
Wish Loki was there.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Start with you. Yeah. They head out. He heads out. Both your people show up. You see Leah, big curly hair, septum piercing. Kind of a thicker girl. There's a lot of denim, not makeup. Very natural, very artsy. Yeah, she shows up. Her and Henry know each other. Not well, but they've probably done similar things with you. You've had pretty big parties. Henry's very thick glasses, very styled, trendy haircut, wears all black. Looks almost like an art gallery owner, but not nearly old enough. And yeah, they come, put a movie on. You kind of have to pay attention to it. They're mostly just sort of, yeah, I mean, what happened was nuts. And there's sort of, you have a pretty deep conversation probably about the people who died and all this stuff and your theories about what happened and whatnot. What's the sort of vibe you're going for?
More like you talking about that, but talking about always bringing it back to I'm so glad I'm alive.
Sure.
Kind of like.
Are you
celebrating.
drinking? Are you?
Yeah, drinking, and I got blush life, so I can have.
Did you activate your blush already?
Yeah, when we started last time, or when we rolled to get
That's
up.
why I got hungry.
Because he got hungrier, but I got.
Well, that's a rouse check. That happens every time.
No,
you
no,
get
I
up.
did both.
That's I think
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do remember. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to. Yeah, especially wine and stuff.
Lining.
With your humanity and your blush of life, you can actually keep it down. Yeah, and eventually they get pretty tipsy. Jim is setting some shit up in the other room, and he seems like they seem completely unaware of him. It's weird that they haven't asked about him, mentioned him, acknowledged him. You assume there's something happening.
Yeah.
That's all by his design. And eventually, how much hunger do you have?
3.
Okay. That's you could take if you split it up, you can safely drink from each of them. Do you want to do so after they've had quite a few drinks, so they're not aware of it, or do you want to make them aware of what's happening?
We're I don't want it to be. This is a weird balance of I want them to be had enough to drink that they don't really realize I'm sucking their blood when I'm biting them, but I mean we're probably like making out and hooking up, and
Sure.
like I want all consenting parties to that at least.
Right. You're not revealing that you're kindred.
Yeah, no.
You're still keeping that. Okay.
I'm trying to keep that, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you do that. It's not the first time this has happened since you've been turned. You got right to it with the other party. But yeah, it's you're familiar with them, you're comfortable with them.
Mm-hmm.
You have this kind of relationship with both of them. It's very pleasurable for all parties. They are actually seem way more into it even than they usually are. There's something different, some allure that I can't stop talking about, and they seem really, Usually you're not like hanging out with these people every day by any means. You
Yeah.
sort of just float in and out.
Yeah.
You're close
Yeah.
friends, but not like checking in on each other all the time. You're all pretty busy. But they seem like by the time you're finished and you sort of have to get them out because you have other stuff to do, they're almost hesitant to leave, and they're already trying to like make plans with you again.
I'll make yeah.
Okay. But assuming you don't want to kill one of them, you could drop your
No,
hunger to
no,
1.
I'm not gonna kill them. I would stop Henry
Coward.
like as he was leaving.
Sure.
Have you heard anything from my brother? Like recently?
How recent are we talking?
Like the last few weeks, or I guess since the accident at the school. Really?
Oh, no. I
No.
haven't.
Okay. Just been having some weird
Should we
people
reach
over.
out to him? Everything all right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. You don't need to reach out.
Good.
I'm sure he'll get sorted out.
Okay. I will look forward to seeing you again soon.
Sounds good. We'll give him a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. Tell him on his way.
Actually, one just been different.
Okay.
I want to retire the character now.
Good.
I want to go to where's the mansion? What like are we in St. Charles? Are we in Chesterfield? St.
Out
Louis?
towards Defiant.
Oh, that's
Out-
right.
Tell me.
Because it's like pushed back kind of behind St. Charles where everything starts to get spaced out and it's like bigger
Yeah.
acres and there's probably like a gate in the front.
Okay.
It's fancy.
Then I'll kind of see if I'll go on like Facebook and see if there's any like shows going on at local bars or coffee shops. If there's nothing there, then I'll go.
There's probably like an open mic thing at Westport, not too
Okay.
far.
I would
With
imagine
some
I've
band stuff,
done
like
a
it, like
few
at
things
the
there.
train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine I've done a few
Sure,
things there
yeah.
and stuff. I'm gonna see if there's anyone from my crowd and head down that way.
Yeah, I mean it's
Anyone I know.
most of the people there they're probably there either because they just drink on weekdays or they're there supporting the open mic people there, friends of friends. You probably recognize a few people in the crowd. Some other much smaller bands
Okay.
that are there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a seat, listen to the band. I don't know how tight I am with the bar. If they can sneak me a beer or something.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
You,
just,
you do that, keeping your eyes peeled for anyone you're comfortable with. You might be able to pull aside. What's your approach going to be here?
I don't know. That's
Okay.
what terrifies me. I
Awkward.
don't know.
Are you going to try to get someone
Teenager.
drunk? Are you going to try to like seduce someone? Are you just trying to get someone alone to where you're going to just attack them and then make them forget?
I'll try to seduce.
Sure. Go ahead and give me you already seen Queen. Give me a manipulation persuasion.
Shit, I'd use 4 hunger dice, don't I?
Yes, you do.
If you bestial seduce somebody.
Won't be the worst night train wreck.
Well, there goes that sponsor.
You said manipulation, persuasion.
Yes. You could do charisma if your charisma's better than manipulation.
Charisma's so much better.
Sure, you could do that.
Okay, well, so I'll go to all my hunger. Great. Yeah, that's 2 criticals. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 successes.
Okay. That's enough to where you find someone who's probably like a sister of one of the people playing there you've seen around. but they're terrible. But they're nice. They keep trying. They're open mics. So they can't really get kicked out. But
Sure.
you don't see them ever getting past that stage. Sort of hang out with her a little bit. Take her outside to more of the outdoor area, the kind of nice area around Westport, especially if you move away from the Funny Bone and stuff. How there's a few nice restaurants there, but at late it's pretty much barren over there. It's easy to get some privacy that way. And you drink. How much would you like to drink? You can do 2 and be able to lick the wound close, and she'll be okay. More than that, she'll be taking some damage.
I can't hurt again. That fucked me up when I accidentally killed that girl, so I'll just do the 2.
Okay. You drink her for, satiate your hunger by 2.
And then,
You're able to lick the wound closed, no evidence. And then you...
please forget this.
And she does. She stumbles back to the bar a little bit. You probably don't even return. Just head back to Evelyn's.
Nope. I'm going on the hunt again.
Oh. Give me another charisma.
I'm gonna go to like a social house or something, a different bar. So
Sure.
Now you're just bar hopping. Oh.
Shit. I forgot what constitutes a critical.
You have to have 2 of them.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Easy. You find some bros there who are playing shuffleboard.
Yeah.
You,
you're so
you
good.
get one to go out and smoke with you.
Yeah.
And do a quick work of him. You could take another. You could get yourself down to 1 if you're not wanting to kill anyone.
I do not want to kill anyone again.
Same deal. Do that.
And then
Lick the boy shut.
don't forget about this.
Don't forget me.
Don't you.
And then I'll head back to Evelyn's. But,
Sure.
Kind of still not happy about this.
Yeah, you just trick some people into biting them.
Yeah.
The whole thing felt a little. The first time was bad because you were partying. The guy was more into it. He was a big fan of yours, and you realize it's probably a little more comfortable for you. You want people who are willing to sort of throw themselves at you a little bit.
Yeah.
Feels less
Feels
predatory. Yeah. You too. Yeah, you show up to just a dude's house.
Kickback.
There's maybe probably less than 10 people just hanging out, getting into some stuff. Seems very chill. Everyone's just sort of lounging around, watching a movie, but on various drugs that they're on. You see a few people are just sort of like barely there.
Yeah. You're watching a movie though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
What movie is it?
Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
We know it's in your notes.
We were watching Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, I'll just I got my bottle with me still. It's the only thing I kind of grabbed out of her purse.
Yeah.
And I'll pop those out and say, fuck. I'm fucking too far gone, guys. Anybody need an extra one?
Yeah, you find some eager participants.
Hand them out.
Sure.
It's willingly. And then I'm like, yeah, it's like $5 whenever you can, man. Be chill.
We got you. Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Man, this movie's so fucking sad. Just, I can't believe Gerard Butler wrote all of those notes to her. It fucking gets me every time. Man.
I think it's 300.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Moana's the saddest movie, but yeah,
Oh, this is Moana?
The Rock, not Gerard Butler.
Yeah,
I get him
the big
confused,
guys
too.
are all
Yeah,
so
I wanted to note that I would have asked Evelyn to borrow some clothes that would
Okay.
hopefully be very different from what
She already
pre-vampire
she already has an outfit
Jordan-
picked out
yeah,
for you.
pre-vampire
She
Jordan
has-
would wear.
You open the closet in your room and it's actually none of your clothes. It's all stuff
I don't
Evelyn
have any clothes.
put
Those
in there
like
for you.
just grandfather. But
So what type of thing are we talking about?
Something like a little softer.
50s duo.
Yeah, and maybe my makeup, because I don't really know who's gonna be there, and I'm still trying to figure out
Yeah.
how to hide my identity.
Sure.
But I'm hoping everyone's fucked up enough that like even if they're like, oh, you kind of look like someone that just died, they're not gonna put it together.
I see that. Okay. Yeah. They're there. And yeah, people, I mean, they don't really see me focusing on that. The type of people who probably wouldn't even really pay much attention, especially they don't watch the news like
Yeah.
that. And if it would, that'd bum them out too much.
Yeah.
They don't want to
Cool.
know that.
I'm gonna try to convince some people to go listen to some music with me in the other room.
Sure. Some go with you.
Alright, I'll go put on like some really sad rock from like the 70s.
Okay.
Start with like Dire Maker, go to Yesterday, kind of run through the classics.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
Get
gonna
in
sit there,
there.
be real bummed, kind of.
People just start talking about their shit unprovoked, and
Yeah,
it's a bad time all around.
At a certain point, I kick into a diatribe about the saddest fucking story in music history. But Cher lost Sonny too young.
Yeah,
They
they've heard you tell this before.
They were
Yeah.
like a power couple, and he was taken away from her, and she never recovered. Man, she went straight to shitty disco music, and
Yeah.
it's.
Can we get tired?
Oh god! Like I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. Oh fuck!
You lose a couple. One of them probably just dozes off and listen to this. You have one that's really feeling actually like didn't realize how sad it was until they had no idea.
Yeah, and I just kind of look at him and I say, "All right, man. I think I'm gonna sit here and cry for a bit."
Yeah, he leaves you alone and takes his leave.
All right, I kind of look around. Fuck it. Go over to the guy who passed out.
Sure. How much you gonna take?
I'm gonna leave him alive.
Okay. So what's your hunger at?
3.
Okay, you can take 2 without.
You abstain too, don't you?
No, he passed this check.
He talked himself out of being sad.
Oh, well, that's not getting out of that one.
Herb is great at pushing away consequences from himself.
That's why we're friends.
Jordan.
Yeah, so I'm only at 2 hunger, so I'm gonna be fairly selective because I feel like I have the room for it, even
Sure.
though I probably should be a little more concerned about the situation.
Drive through Taco Bell.
So I'm gonna kind of look around and scope things out. Do I like the people that are still in the main room?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anyone of interest? Anyone that seems
What's of interest? What are you looking for?
Who seems like fucked up, but still like is ready to do things. Like they're not like comatose on the couch.
DTF.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some people that have taken more uppers than downers.
Yes. Okay. That's what. I'm
Yeah,
looking for,
probably talk about
like, the
getting out of
party.
there actually, and
Yeah.
like they got here, they got the hookup, and like, yeah, we should get out of here and like find something else. But
Yeah.
Tuesday's not like going on.
Yeah. I would like kind of sidle up to them and see what's going on. Are you guys trying to get out of here?
Yeah, I mean they're great here and stuff, but yeah, we're just looking for a different vibe now.
Yeah, for sure. You guys got anything in mind?
Oh.
Tuesdays suck.
Yeah,
It's
I got this
it's
other
hard.
guy, and he's got a pretty cool setup, so we might just go chill there. He's having a couple other people over, and yeah, put on some music and whatnot.
Nice. Would you guys mind if I tag along? I'm rolling, so I just.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I mean
super
by all
great.
means, if that's cool with Herb or whatever, sure.
Yeah, I'll go let him know I'm gonna bounce, see if what he's doing, and I'll be right back. Is that tight?
Yeah.
Knock on the door, like it's.
The door's open. You probably get there when he's still in the middle of his diatribe.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right. I was like, I don't know what I'm walking into
you
right now.
know,
You just see me like kind of like really teared up, just kind of like holding it back. Just, hey, Jordan. Kind of middle of the story. What's up?
I'm gonna bounce with some people.
Yeah, it's alright. Everybody has to leave. I'll catch up with you later, Jordan. I mean, Elliot. Shit. Fuck. I just missed her. God damn it.
Okay. I'll see you back home later.
Yeah.
All right. Don't do anything dumb. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And I'll go home.
Yeah. So are you going with them complete to this other place?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not terribly far. You know, you take a ride with them, show up a different place. Definitely a more up vibe. They're on shit. It's still sort of just hanging out, but a little more.
Everyone's
People are
fucked
start
up the same
pairing
way.
off a little bit as it goes, and yeah. What are you gonna do?
Is there anyone that seems to be like up, but not really vibing with anyone else? Anyone that seems to be like.
There's a couple people that you could probably easily get their attention if you wanted it. It's sort of the point where people are just sort of taking what they can get or see. Just everyone's feeling each other out right now.
Yeah.
So you can insert yourself into the feeling out phase. And
Can you describe anybody that seems to be kind of on their own?
Yeah, there's two friends. One of them who drove you here is talking to another guy who's already here, and they seem to be almost like figuring out who's going to make them move on. You could tell they're having that
That's
conversation.
kind of like what I'm watching for, like
Yeah.
trying to figure out who needs like the push. And
Right.
who's
They're both
already kinda
interested,
there.
and it seems like the dude who drove you is like, it seems to be winning the argument. The
Yeah.
other dude, it seems to be is like shoulder slumps a little bit. He seems like he's probably gonna give up.
Go put
Yeah.
the in his place.
Eventually, yeah, they part, and the guy comes, like checks in, makes sure you're having a good time and whatnot. He's like, yeah, a lot of people are, I guess, kind of turn it in for the night or whatever.
Want to go smoke a cigarette?
Absolutely.
Sidle outside. I kind of check around to see if anyone else is out there.
Mm-mm.
And kind of like, casually walk out of like maybe the porch light or whatever lighting is around there. I would ask him if he has any more drugs, whatever the cocktail is for the night.
So I can get more. I mean, I'm pretty good right now.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you're still good.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
good. I'm good.
So I think I would just like feel it out for a little bit, like try to keep him drinking, like along with the other stuff he's doing.
Sure.
I just don't want him to be like super understanding.
Got it. So go ahead and give me a charisma. You can do charisma or manipulation. And then, so if you're doing charisma, do that with
Plus
persuasion. If you want to do manipulation, do that with subterfuge.
Plus hotness.
Plus hotness.
Yeah? That'll add a die.
Manipulation. And then
Subterfuge?
Would this be a seduction thing?
Yes.
So
So
if
it
you
would
roll
probably be
seduction, you
better.
get another die. So if you did this, it'd be 5 dice. And
Plus
this one would be
plus 1 for being beautiful.
5.
So this one would be 4 dice. So you want to do charisma, persuasion.
Charisma rather than manipulation?
Yeah, because
You get a bonus for seduction.
you're getting the bonus for seduction.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I'll do.
Sure, do that. Make sure 2 of them are a hunger die.
Okay, and then an extra one for.
For being beautiful.
You're getting sexy.
So you got 1 for seduction, right? So
'cause I have to have
2 for charisma, 2 for persuasion, 1 for seduction,
1 for hot.
1 for being hot.
Okay. Hot
Just
math
like
is
real life.
hard.
Hot math is hard.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what
get
my
behind
teacher
that.
always said.
2 successes? No.
That's enough. Yeah, he's definitely into it.
Yeah.
Just making sure he didn't go bestial on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you easily could pull him aside. You take it as far as you want to go. You really just need to
I only have
drink
one.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I try to make it
Just a little sip.
Yeah.
enjoyable for him. Like I know
Sure.
it's supposed to be like enjoyable, but for them as well. But I try to like not be a dick about it.
no, I mean he's not gonna be mad about you making out with him for a while, and I mean he'll be left a little wanting, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. He's not a dick about it.
And he seems pretty fucked up, I'm sure, by this
Yeah,
point. So
yeah.
He probably needs just to sit down for
Mhm.
a little bit anyway. So probably go back inside and relax for a little bit. Just chat.
Okay.
It's
Are you gonna
probably-
head back? Jim is waiting for all of you back at the.
Yes.
He said to make it quick.
How far away am I from the house at this point?
You can Uber there.
Okay.
Probably in St. Charles.
Yeah. Okay, so I did talk with him a little
Or
bit.
call
but-
someone and get one of these guys to pick you up.
Okay, I just chat for a little bit, and then when he seems pretty faded at the end, I just kind of break away.
Sure.
Keep some fade out.
How are you gonna get back? You calling someone or you
just-
calling these
I'm
guys?
just gonna Uber.
Sure.
I just don't really know where they are in the middle of their situation, so I don't know.
Got it.
Messed up.
Leaving Westport, I'm gonna try to give Lily another call. Cause I woke up to a bunch of texts and missed calls from her.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
swearing?
She answers right away.
Hey.
Elijah.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey.
I'm
You're-
sorry.
No. It's God. It's good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear yours.
Where are you? Can I see you?
Yeah. You want to just meet me at Picasso's off the street? I'm near there.
It's probably getting late. They're probably gonna close soon. Also, Jim said, "Hey, go out, feed, make it quick." So it's up to you. You can meet her, but
Oh no, I know.
okay. Picasso. Yeah. I should be able to sneak in just in time.
Okay. Yeah, meet me there, and it's just really good to hear your voice.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. God, thank God. I'll see you soon.
Okay. And I'll head to there.
To Picasso's. Okay. Yeah. You get there, and she's already there. And you get there, and you can tell she's isn't one to often go somewhere not done up.
Sure.
But well, done up for her is, but yeah, you see her with yeah. Go ahead and describe Lily for us.
She has brown eyes, long blonde hair, has that leather punk rock look to her. It's Brie Larson from Scandal. That's who it
You
is.
said V. Adams.
It's Envy Adams. But
It's like the bangs and the ponytail.
the bangs and the ponytail.
God,
Yeah.
she's
All right, guys, it's my girlfriend.
Hang on. How much?
no.
I have a lot of dice in this.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll walk in and I'll just.
Yeah. No, she
Embrace
was
her.
outside. She comes up and yeah, she wraps you in a hug, kisses you deeply. You can tell she's teared up a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
What happened?
I honestly don't know.
Neither do I. A lot of people don't fucking know what happened. It's insane. Everything's a blur. I don't know.
I tried to reach out sooner, but I was just.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I was pissed for sure, but
Yeah.
you're here now. You're here now.
Just wanted to make sure you're okay. I'll get us a coffee.
Yeah.
And, so, I saw the news, and I'll kind of just hold her hand about Cameron, and said,
Sid. Yeah.
I don't know what to say other than this sucks. I'm sorry.
Honestly, yeah. I lost my brother, one of my best friends, and I thought love of my life too. But you're alive.
I'm here.
So as much as all that sucks, honestly, one piece of good news like this is, I just want to focus on that right now.
Me too. It's just I'm still processing everything, and just seeing that vigil kind of just fucking me up more. Seeing all of our classmates,
Yeah. What's left of us?
what's left of us.
You watched? Why didn't you come?
I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know.
It's okay.
Just kind of been not myself lately, and
I mean, how could you after all this? How could any of us?
yeah, I guess that's true. I don't think I'm going to college after this. after all this. Talked to my dad and my mom, actually.
They're here?
Dad, he was in town. My
Who's
mom
that?
wants to come to town soon, but I've heard that kind of before.
Yeah, I feel like
But,
she sort of has to say that in this situation.
yeah. Yeah, but I guess I kind of got my dad's blessing to pursue
The band?
music, yeah.
I mean,
It's just different.
it's weird talking about that now with two of us
Well-
literally dead.
I had this conversation with my dad before I knew about Sid or Cameron, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I just felt like I needed to talk to you. But
I mean, music's too important to me to, yeah, I mean, we can, I don't want to say bounce back, but it will be different, but My Foxes will still be something.
it'll be something.
Cameron and Sid, they would, I feel like they would definitely want this. Like,
I know Sid.
if losing them meant the whole band fell apart, that's not what they would want. And I know it'll be hard, but we don't have to jump in anything right away.
No, we don't.
I know Jeezy's still on board.
That's good. That's good. But now is the time for, I guess.
I remember that talk we had. It's one of the few things I remember about prom, actually, is
What was that?
me and you talking about that thing we have, that thing that drives the band, drives the reason we got into this. Just like the creativity,
The fire that sometimes ignites and then blows up in our face. Come
I
on.
don't remember taking that turn, but sure.
Come on, we've called it that before.
What are you getting at?
I'm not getting at anything. I just we've had this conversation before, especially with you and Emerson the night of Autumn's party.
What does that have to do with anything?
It doesn't. It just you brought up.
I brought up us, and you brought up Emerson from almost a year ago.
I guess that shit sticks with me.
Wow, all the things that have happened. My brother dying, and me talking to another boy is what you're coming to me with right now. I get you're processing a lot of shit, so I'm gonna let this slide. It's pretty fucked up, though.
I'm not trying to make it about me or anything like that. It's just
You're making about Emerson. What the fuck does he have to do with anything? Exactly.
I used him as just
Well, don't. I'm just focused on me and you right now. Can you do that? We've lost one of our best friends and my brother. I just really need you to be here for me right now. If I can ask that. I assume you need someone to. Who else is going to understand what happened to us? No one should have to go through this shit, but we both did. So, we're the only people we can really talk to each other about it. You know?
I know. It's just
It's just what?
I didn't contact you for so long because I went back to the old ways. And I'm not proud of it. And you don't deserve something like that. You deserve someone who's there for you and can be there for you. And I turned weak again.
When we started, the old you was the only you. We made it through that. If you slip up every once in a while, it's fine, especially with what happened.
But what if I really fucked up this time?
What do you mean?
Just got in deeper than I had before.
What do you mean?
With
What did you do?
drinking, drugs. I'm not proud of it. I don't know.
Seems like there's a lot you don't know right now. And that's fine. We have a lot on our minds. We don't need to have any of these heavy conversations right now. We don't need to figure out the band. We don't need to figure out us, even though I thought we sort of had that figured out. Let's just be there for each other and see what the other side looks like once we start to heal.
I agree. And I'll pull her in.
Yeah. I'm glad you're okay.
I didn't blush.
Okay. That's good to know.
I forgot to, so that's on me.
I thought you did at the beginning.
I thought you failed and got hungry.
Yeah, I think you did and got hungry too.
Maybe I did. I thought that was just a rouse check when I woke up.
I don't remember if you did both, because some people did both. I'll say, I mean, you're going to meet someone. Would you have...
He went and ate, so he had to have... So you have to, like, do that to...
To have, like, to drink coffee,
To
you would
eat
have had
food.
to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You wouldn't be able to do any of that. Just give me a rouse check. We'll say...
That's just one, right?
Well, that was the same night he went to see his family, though, right?
Got
no,
it.
It's a different night.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll say you...
Okay.
You sort of... Yeah, managed to... Yeah, because you literally physically, like, wouldn't be able to.
Sorry for being dramatic, and I'll walk her car.
Just kisses you again. His eyes are teared up. Just don't... If you're slipping into the old ways, just call me.
Thank you.
Dogs.
Vampire dogs.
The hounds.
Hellhounds.
That's what I was thinking.
It sounds like they're starting their own band.
They're just like Atticus. They can go on forever. It'll never end.
Can you
Alexis,
get
is
this
that
under
you?
control?
Until I shake that treat bag.
That's the face of a man who's never been able to get this under control before.
Look at her eyes, Michael. Look at her eyes.
Like, can you get your dogs to listen?
No.
Okay, but yeah, you
Can we redo that?
you part ways.
Okay.
And exit for the evening.
Every time you talk.
It's your voice. It's the trigger.
I'll show him a trigger.
Oh, God. That got rolled together
Speaking
real
of
fast.
Violent moments
I'll
of
go
the
see if I can
show.
quiet him down.
Actually, we're at a decent spot for our first break, so we'll call it there. Everyone heading back to the Haven, some later than others, and
And we'll take notice of that. Just kidding.
there may or may not
Oh,
be
fuck you, man.
dogs when we get back.
I drive fast.
We are back at Evelyn's house. You guys get there. Jim is just sort of hanging out, waiting in the foyer. Takes you a good chunk of the night, probably half the night, to do some of your stuff. Seems a little bit annoyed, but you're back. You don't seem so hungry anymore. He's fine with it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, it's not like we got important stuff to do or anything. Before we start on this, I can, I'll tell you a bit of the theory I have working. I think one of the clans, the Tremere clan, might be responsible for what happened. Oh, yeah, you guys don't know about them, so you don't know about nothing.
Nope.
Do you want to hear the whole story with them, or do you want the quick and short?
Let's do the whole story.
Let's do some
Quick and
details.
short.
All right, gather around. Old Jim's
Got
gonna
here a
tell a
little bit later.
story.
Yeah, you should have showed up.
I had to take care of you. Okay?
So leans back in a chair. See waiting around the couches and whatnot. So the Tremere, one of the 13 clans, they were the only ones who didn't start as a kindred. They started as sorcerers back when that was a thing. They captured some Zamishi, which is a different clan. They did experiments with their blood, and they managed to turn themselves into kindred. Then Tremere himself, the head of the clan, diablerized Salat. Salat was one of the original 13. So by eating him, or drinking him, he took all of that power and became a founder of his own bloodline. Salat was one of the greatest, probably the most noble of the 13. But Tremere smeared his name to ease their acceptance into kindred society. So the Camarilla would turn the other way while they hunted down the rest of his bloodline. Honestly, I feel like things would be a lot better now if Salat was still around, as was his line, but here we are. And despite these acts against other kindred, which is very much against the rules of the Camarilla, their blood magic was too useful to get rid of. Now they find themselves among one of the most powerful clans, despite being the second youngest. So Tremere had a council of 7, as he called it. Other sorcerers like him, the original mages who became vampires. They decided to, they very carefully chose who they embraced. And anyone they embraced, they immediately bloodbound. It's guaranteed that these people at the top had complete control. The organization was sort of a strictly controlled pyramid almost, with everyone bloodbounding the ones beneath them and so forth, making sure all the power consolidated at the top. It's a very strict hierarchy. Well, and this led them to become what they are until about 10 years ago. Their chantry, that's what they call their headquarters in Vienna, it was destroyed by the Second Inquisition, as we call it. People who hunt us. So the clan became fractured, sliver of their former glory. The pyramid was broken into 3 groups. One of the groups follows a man named Karl Shriek. He was very loyal to the Camarilla, a former hunter, Justicar, respected and very powerful kindred. He's also a traditionalist, a fool if you ask me. He wants things back to how they were. He wants Tremere back to its strict power structure and back to its former glory. Then there's House Karna, perhaps the only Tremere offshoot that actually benefited from Vanna's destruction. Karna is, they're primarily made up of the female members of the clan, which are a minority in the clan Tremere and treated as such. They grew tired of the patriarchy, of their founders, and the pseudo-enslavement of the blood bond. And Karna herself managed to find a way to break this blood bond. One of the only kindred I know who's accomplished such a thing. So, they're still talented in blood magic. They subscribe to more of the New Age, different interpretations of magic, not the strict hermetic disciplines that the Tremere used to. And because of that, they fall more in line with the Anarchs, but also their numbers are growing. They're not as strict with who they choose. They don't enslave who they choose either to embrace. They probably were one of the weakest offshoots, but in time they could be the strongest. And finally we have House Goretrix. They're the ones I believe may be responsible for this. Goretrix was one of the original Council of 7. He was actually the mastermind behind the whole ritual to turn them into vampires. And he lost his way. Not that his way was really all that good to begin with. He defected from the Tremere proper, started his own house of anti-tribute. That's what we call people who are part of the Sabbat. Those are vampires who believe they're the proper rulers of everything. They believe vampires should be in charge and humans should be subjugated.
Superior race kind of thing.
Very much so.
Fucking fascists. I hate fascists, man.
We know.
Yeah. He also created the first gargoyles, which is sort of...
What?
Yeah, they did a lot of experiments, and they created another kindred offshoot to kind of be their muscle.
So when you like say in magic, you don't mean like wands and like Harry Potter and shit, do you?
More like blood sorcery and rituals. And
Witches.
So there's blood magic.
witches, that's more House
What?
Karna. They do more, like I said, it's like
Is
hermetic
both
geometry.
Eye of Newt and
Yeah, I mean, magic's a thing.
So there's blood magic, there's gargoyles, and we're vampires. This is the world we're living in.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry. Please go on. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, no, any questions you have, feel free to ask.
What the fuck?
Lizard people.
like, oh,
Nah, not that I'm aware of.
Mole people.
Probably not.
Loch Ness Monster?
I have no idea.
Just say yes for me, please.
I will not.
I-
Either way,
There's
these are
lizard
those
people.
left. And those ones are the
It's
ones
not
who
much
want to
like a
be...
race.
They don't care about the masquerade. They don't care about hiding who they are. They think eventually vampires should be open about who they are, and everyone should get in line. And what happened at your school seems in line with that. Never...
Why high schoolers?
I don't know. Well, I have a theory.
and
Yes, please. Go.
So the Tremere, they were as successful as they were because they hide the power. They hide what they know about magic. They don't want other people learning about it. So they hoarded it, and right now they've lost a lot of it when Enchantress fell. So right now they're frantic to find anything to unlock the mysteries of thaumaturgy and grow their power again. And I believe they might have somehow learned about a quest of mine. I know quest is a silly word to use, but I can't call it anything else. I believe a very powerful item that was in Vienna is wound up in St. Louis. I was close to finding it, but I had some setbacks. And apparently, I think I might be close again. I believe this might have been a message to get me to back off.
A lot
So
of collateral damage with that message.
That's the Sabbat way.
So this item must be of great importance, then I imagine.
Most likely, maybe more important than I even realized for them to take such drastic measures.
So
why?
what part of the Tremere are you, Janitor Jim? You've explained a lot of little sects.
Well, I mean, up until 10 years ago, we were all just one, really. Besides the gore tricks, I was just part of Clan Tremere.
Were you bloodbound?
I was. My sire passed, so I was free. And I had accomplished enough of my own to be allowed to go off and do my own studies. I never much liked how they did things. I don't trust or really care for most of our kind, if I'm being honest. So I sort of disappeared. And they would have come after me eventually, but then they got theirs. And I've been sort of on my own, which is nice.
So you said you were free when your sire passed away, meaning we have to answer to ours?
Under the old laws, the Camarilla laws, yes, those are very strict. They have to get permission to even turn someone into a kindred. But, I mean, the anarchs don't have these strict rules, but they would not do what they did like this.
Or
It's considered very wrong to just turn someone and leave them on their own.
We're an exception, not a rule.
You're tragedy, really. But the Sabbat usually do it, but they'll do it to create soldiers, to create a swell of kindred to use as fodder or something.
are Sabbat strictly old Tremere?
No. Sabbat or any vampire loses his way who embraces the beast.
So that explains why we're all different clans then, right?
Yeah, anyone could be Sabbat. It's more of a, think of it as a political affiliation more so than a blood.
So if we want revenge on people that turned us,
We'll have to find out who they are. And it sounds like Zoe might know. Or at least that's the closest we can get.
She was acting kind of weird the one party that JC showed up at.
The creepy girl you saw.
Maybe he's onto something there.
and she's crying red. So
Also, she tried to get me to not be there, so. I think
maybe
we gotta
you should
close-
reach out to her.
Well, if she's working with them, she's going to be very dangerous, and she's might be bloodbound. Talking to her might not do anything, but
Isn't the fact that she tried to get me to not be there mean anything?
That's what I was
I'm
thinking.
assuming she wasn't a kindred then.
I don't know.
You would have seen her during the day. Like, you were going to school at that time, so.
You would have seen her at prom during
How
the day
would-
getting.
Yeah,
How would she know what she did?
Maybe she's that.
they told her they're working with her. I don't know, but we need to find out. We need
Maybe
to find out
she
from
was
her.
like one of those ghoul things or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
Man, I liked Zoe.
Either way, there's a way to maybe get her to talk. But it's gonna involve you finding a very particular blood. I would do it myself, but I have some other things to track down with. If I'm on the right trail, I need to make sure everything's okay with the school. I need to check that the others we saw in that live feed aren't vampires. This will be another sort of... Well, we'll get into that after the fact. But first, we need to figure out what you guys can do and know how to use it.
I got ideas.
I tasted your blood. I have some ideas as well for each of you. Let's spend the rest of the evening figuring that out. Shall we?
Here.
Okay. For the rest of the evening then, probably all as a group, and then we'd split you up on occasion to work with different things. You would explain the disciplines, these abilities that are in your blood that you're able to tap into, and they could get stronger as your blood gets stronger. He would explain that you can also learn different disciplines that would require drinking the blood of one who possesses them, if it's not inherently in you. He would spend some time with Jordan and Evelyn, going over your aspects, your heightened senses, showing you how to open your eyes and ears to really pick up on things. But also warn you that your senses could be overloaded this way if something too bright, too loud, too anything like that were to happen while you're this going. Herb, he would go over sense the unseen with you. Let you know that with this, you could be seeing things that exist on different realms, different places. You would be able to see spirits, though Jim personally is terrified of them and tries not to. He doesn't know much about them, nor does he care to.
Whoa, that's
You-
crazy.
Would also show you in the middle of the foyer, sort of into the, he has started to make a ward that you guys can see. He's like, has a bunch of stuff set up there. It's like he's doing some sort of ritual, but you can't see what he's doing. You can. You can see in blood this weird writing sort of in a ring and different symbols starting to be traced and connected. It's very intricate, but the very beginning stages. He would, do you have any question?
Yeah, what is that?
Something actually I'll need to spend some time with you. I think you might have a bit of that Carno blood in you. I remember from your blood, you seem naturally resistant to being bloodbound. That's good. And you also have the makings for thaumaturgy in you.
Alright.
Magic. Sort of like you understand chemicals and whatnot, maybe alchemy in your own way.
You mean, sure, I've done some cooking.
It's sort of like that, but with blood.
Sure.
I could show you more. It's important that if you have this, so you hone this.
Alright, so, seems like I can, see ghosts sometimes. I can, make sense of what you're doing here. I can,
Yeah.
I've noticed I could be a bit unnaturally quiet when I really wanted to be, but now that's really gonna help me like stand up to like large men who want to like beat the shit out of me.
Sure.
So I mean, do
There's
you think I got
rituals for
anything
that.
like that?
Well, that's why you're in a coterie. You have other people that can do that for you. But I can show you.
Maybe do it.
He would show you a way that by cutting yourself and focusing on your blood and the chemical makeup of it, and just the essence of it, you can make it to where your blood is corrosive. And it would work with you taking a log maybe from a fireplace that she has, and by spending some time just dripping your blood, it would just eat through this wood, disintegrate it completely after some time.
Training characters.
Jesus.
He would also
Just gonna
give you
now
some
and just gonna drink.
books. He'd find ones that you can actually understand. A lot of them are different languages that have some different rituals in it. If you'd like to choose a level 1 ritual to learn.
Yes, I would.
While that is happening, he shows Jordan Elijah cloud memory, which you've already started to get a hang of a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A hang of it.
He reminds you that it doesn't replace a memory, it just simply erases it. So if someone were to think too hard about what happened, they would know something's missing. So it could cause a lot of distress, but it's definitely good at a pinch.
So it doesn't do what you did with Lily. I tried it out and I
No,
thought
no,
I did what you did, and
I can completely replace, well, it's not really replacing, I can paint over the memories. You can just make them go, take them away.
I guess that's better than nothing.
In time, you might be able to do what I could do. You possess something a bit more dangerous and useful.
Me or Jordan?
Jordan here. We get into memorize. It talks about how mesmerize. You can make people follow suggestions you have, follow your commands. Taking away a person's consent like that can be traumatic, though, but incredibly useful, as you can imagine. I'll admit I slip up and I use this without consideration at times, so I very much try not to. I hope you will use it more responsibly. If you ask someone to do something against their nature, they have a better chance of resisting it. And it's got to be something that doesn't require a lot of cognition from them. Something that they can follow without thinking about it. But it's one of the things that I think is the most monstrous things we could do once you start messing with people's minds. But I do it myself. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, though. I feel comfortable showing you how to use these further. He would show Jordan and Evelyn how to tap into their awe. Something that will make a couple of respectably attractive individuals, such as yourselves, damn near impossible to ignore. People will be more agreeable and inclined to please you, especially the weak-willed. But once they're out of your presence, the effect is worn off. Their mind will get right. They won't necessarily be agreeable by default, but definitely helps in the moment. But it's an attention getter. Sometimes you don't want attention, so use it wisely. With you, he's not as familiar with doesn't possess a lot of the physical talents that their powers give that seem to be coursing through your blood. Your cat-like grace, your lethal body, your prowess.
Yeah, that a treehouse I went, I can balance real well now.
Yeah, you're definitely, the blood in you is that of a predator. You'll be able to use that, but you're going to become more of a weapon, so be careful about that. Especially a Bruja, with that sort of strength in their blood, is a dangerous thing indeed. Your kind used to be a clan of poets, scholars, and warriors. Don't fall into the stereotype of the rabble and the angry that a lot of the people associate with your clan. But you're going to be stronger than you're capable of as a mortal, that's for sure.
I guess that's a blessing in disguise.
It'll come in handy.
Kind of killed someone already.
Won't be your last, but I
Don't say that.
try not to.
It didn't. When you're talking about the beast coming out, that's fucking didn't have a choice. She was coming at me with a knife, and I didn't intend to do it. And
The beast is quick. And if you don't keep a tight leash on it, it'll get away from you and make you do things you don't want to do. It's the quickest way to lose who you are. You just become an animal. I have a lot of ways and methods of taming the beast. Not rejecting what we are, but I believe there's a balance between humanity
pulled
and
the
kindred.
pamphlet that I took.
Why did you take that?
I was lost and confused, and this seemed to.
That
calm
wasn't
me
yours to take.
down.
Please do not take anything from my establishment. Did you take anything else?
Just this. Calmed me down that night. I'll give it back to him.
Keep it. That's something about a Galconda. It's a path some of us try to follow to become more than man, more than beast, the best of both worlds, in control. It definitely has some of its foundation in those teachings.
Okay.
Most kindred think it's bullshit, but most kindred are happy to become what they are.
Right.
We could get more into that later.
Sure.
Sorry.
No. So I'm a weapon, you're saying. Don't fall into the tropes of anger.
Be a weapon for good. Be one that defends yourself, defend yourself and the people you care about. Sort of seeks out you. He'll get into Unswayable Mind with Evelyn and Herb. And I'll explain that while some are just supernaturally stubborn, others are able to tap into something and make the things me, Jordan, can do to people's minds more resistant to it, which is good to do. I would encourage Jordan to utilize this technique, but she might. That's more of the stubborn aspect. I feel like you two might be able to tap into what I do, sort of reach a level of calmness, zen, for lack of a better word. Be masters of your mind. There are people that will try to manipulate it through supernatural means. And I also sense you have what is quite prized by a lot of Toreador. They call it the lingering kiss. I don't know anything about that. But some kindred
It's all right.
are known to have a truly euphoric bite. Mortals can get addicted to this. Makes them easier to control after. It's easier to feed from someone when they really crave it. You can cultivate your own herd with it, honestly. But be careful. I mean, you can choose who to use it. I think you'll know what to do when the time is right. You can feed from someone without activating it, but if you want them to stick around, if you want them to really feel something good.
If you want to hear him, that's what he said.
I didn't say that. But yes, that's true. That is within your ability.
Don't you dare take that step.
So, as the night begins to end, says, I'll be back to finish this. Since it took a little too long, but
Sorry about that.
this is a ward against kindred. Every time you walk into this house, you don't walk straight ahead. I'm going to put a nice rug or something over it. You walk in, you go to the sides. This thing that I'm making, if someone, a kindred, were to run right through, it'll shake them up pretty good.
Like how
This
good?
place is pretty. God damn it! No, not like a salt shaker, like a.
Like a blender?
I guess there's a song about salt.
Shake it like a Polaroid. That's not a salt shaker, but like a blender.
You think about Salt and Pepper, which is an artist.
No, she's
So-
talking about the Yin Yang twins. I am familiar.
I found that pamphlet.
It was one of
You
his
just stay out of my
records.
records.
It was in between a bunch of jazz.
Anyway, someone comes in, you'll know, because it seems like this place is shit for defenses.
Besides like being massive.
That might be.
But it's like more of a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
This is the main way in and out. Even if if you get them to walk through this middle area, they'll get it. All right? Don't you guys walk on it. I don't have time to make it to where it won't affect you guys. So sort of an all or nothing.
Thanks,
Just
Jim.
walk around the.
Don't forget.
Appreciate it.
I'll just go through the back door.
Now, to get answers, you guys have some decent abilities, but you might need something more. This is gonna be another story time. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna talk to you about blood. It's as you know, it's more than just plasma, cells, and platelets. It carries a part of the soul. Some mortals have souls so strong that their vitae is charged with its essence. It's something you can taste and feel. We call it a person's resonance. It's typically a combination of their temperament and state of mind during the feeding. You'll know it first. It's a sharpness, a kick. Look at images, whispers, feelings, clouds of trauma, desire, hopes, and nightmares. Look at vivid memories, heart-rending pain. It's quite a rush, quite a meal. It can actually affect your own resonance. You have yours too. But also, a strong enough one will make the beast more in tune with certain disciplines and abilities. Blood with especially potent resonance carries something we call a Dyscrasia. Sort of a higher level of that spark that allows our blood to perform in its maximum potential. Even do things normally outside our grasp. Blood like this is rare, but we're going to need some of it if we're going to get people to start talking. Now, to get into a bit of the, well, I call it the science, the categorization. It varies by regions, cultures, belief systems, but the Tremere are the experts at it, so we'll use their terminology. They put resonance in 4 categories, the 4 humors, if you're familiar with it. This goes back to ancient Egypt, Babylon. It's codified. Anyway, I could talk about this for a while, but it's sort of broken down into 4 elements, 4 different Jungian functions, hormones, and perhaps the easiest to know what to look for is 4 temperaments, personalities, emotions. A lot of kindred will purposely fill their prey with a certain emotion during the hunt to sort of flavor the blood to their liking with these resonance, scaring them, seducing them, drugging them, etc. The 4 one is choleric, or fire, feeling, or adrenaline. This tends to reside in the angry, the violent, bullies, those full of envy, or maybe just especially passionate. This is tied to celerity and potence. Then we have melancholy, or earth, thinking, comes from the thyroid. It resonates in those that are sad, scared, or very intellectual, depressed, or grounded. This is tied to fortitude and obfuscate. Then we have phlegmatic, or water, intuition, the pituitary gland. These are the calm, the lethargic, the controlling, the sentimental, the apathetic, or just plain lazy. We tend to connect this to auspex and dominate. And then we have the one that we're looking for, sanguine, or air, sensation, testosterone, estrogen. This is the happy and the horny, the addicted, the active, flighty, enthusiastic, bubbly. It's tied to blood sorcery and presence. If you drink blood from a bag, it tends not to have any resonance, nor does animal blood, though animal blood does interact favorably with animalism and protein, which none of you possess. So like I said, sanguine is what we're looking for. You find someone with this essence in their blood, I'll be able to give you an ability to get answers out of Zell.
So, you said, like, the addicted. I mean, I know a lot of addicts. Man, this sounds pretty easy.
I know a lot of horny people.
There's a lot of people like that, but it takes a different. It's a rare breed that the resonance might be easy to find, but a Dyscrasia is a rare. And to tap into this, you do have to drain the victim completely, taking their lives, or you can feed from them for 3 nights. I don't know if we have 3 nights, but it'll be up to you. I'm not going to ask anyone to take a life. Usually you only get the benefits out of this once, and then a lot of times it's gone until it surges again in the victim. So use it wisely. Once you tap into this, your next step should be Zoe. The trouble comes into people who have this blood are not only rare, but they're often coveted by kindred. Kindred are usually aware of them. The most likely, if you find someone with this, you're most likely encroaching upon another kindred stock, which is obviously dangerous. But you're new and sireless, so you may be able to claim ignorance under the right circumstances with a particularly forgiving kindred, especially if you don't kill the person with the blood, that is. If you have more time, I would just suggest scouring the city, seeing if you can find someone, but that could take weeks, months. And the longer we wait, the more likely it'll be harder to get to Zoe. I don't like dealing with other kindred, especially since they deal in something called, we call it prestation. You know, the trading, repaying, the incurring of favors. The coin of kindred is blood and boon. It's a cornerstone of our society. Even anarchs recognize favors, probably even more than they recognize wealth and power like the Camarilla do. So, if you want to try to go about this above board, you'll probably have to owe someone, which I don't suggest if you can avoid it. I've done some research. I've been keeping tabs on some. I think your best bets are, well, you got 2 options. There's the Xmas gang. That house I took you to, a guy named Jack. He's in charge of the gang. That's his turf. And I know he's talked about having someone with a good clot. That's what they call people with Dyscrasia. He doesn't often make an appearance there, though. He wasn't there the night you were there. But I mean, he's a meth dealer. He's violent. He's a drug leader. But he does not give a damn about kindred politics. He's outside the city. And somehow that might make him less dangerous.
What'd you say his name is again?
Jack.
And what gang?
Xmas gang.
Is that the gang?
Yeah, you two are running with Buzz, Doc, and Lamb Chop, and Pipes, all wearing the jackets with the X.
The blue X-ray.
Also, I mean, a junkie disappearing might be easier to cover up or arouse less suspicion than other targets. But they've seen your faces there. You've been there before, so I don't know. The gang's a dangerous enemy to have. But they're far from any other domains. They're not to worry about people competing for this prey. That's one option. Another option that, frankly, I hesitate to even suggest, but I know you're smarter than you look, and you should be trusted to make your own decisions. There's a place in the city called Arcadia. It's a hangout for some people from House Karna. Their leaders, her name's Octavia. She's considered very generous and especially welcoming to new kindred. And she's one of the most influential kindred in the city. She became so very quickly, though. I mean, the Tremere here, they were the first to be killed during the revolt when the Camarilla were kicked out. She came out of nowhere, helped the Anarchs solidify their power. She's been around ever since. I don't trust anyone in power, though. Like I said, I've not heard anything bad about her, but anyone who's that good should be considered dangerous. But I do know she generally asks for blood as payment instead of boons. She's old enough to where human blood doesn't really sustain her anymore. And also, again, this is asking a lot of them, and that's dangerous, but I know you have the issue with your brother being blood bound. Well, man, that's a tongue twister. Your brother is blood bound.
Yeah.
Don't make it to me in light of a pretty awful
Kind
thing.
of fucked up, Jim.
Oh, we should find another word for that. Anyway, as for my little spiel before, House Karna are the ones who figured out how to break those bonds. She might be able to help with that.
I mean, or we could just, like you did, axe JC.
I mean, yeah, if you kill JC, that's an option too. I'm just laying all my cards out.
I don't want to. You don't have to.
Anyway, I gotta get going. You guys gotta rest. I'll be back tomorrow to finish this up. You can hang on to that, and I can work with you on maybe getting the details right on one of those rituals.
So, I mean, can I also learn this word stuff and a ritual, or is it one or the other?
We'll probably start with one.
Alright.
Take it easy. And then I believe I could probably teach you a ward. A ward against our kind is quite advanced, but maybe I could help you out do a ward against ghouls. Humans with the blood. That could be useful.
Sure. Alright.
Which one do you want to start learning first?
I haven't quite made up my mind yet, so.
No rush. I think you got the old corrosive vitae down pretty good. Anyway, anyone have a question for me?
How do I know when I've used that lingering kiss?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It won't happen by accident unless the beast has a say, but something you'll be able to do.
Okay, good. Good to know.
I assume it's something just like really kissing someone. Again, not my forte. I ain't
Have
putting
you
in.
ever kissed anybody, Jim?
I've kissed people. I haven't lingered on it, but I've kissed people.
Fucking lingers, man.
You have to let it linger.
We'll teach
Take
you
a stain.
stuff
Take it.
later.
Make him take a stain.
You guys will be all right.
So like, what if I wanted to like make a man in his late 40s, early 50s disappear?
What?
Never mind, Jim. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, Herb. Anything else before I take my leave?
Sorry for stealing from you.
Nah, it's all right. Sorry for losing my temper. All right.
I had a bad joke, but
I feel like I can't, there's always, it gets awkward with you guys. I can never just have a clean break. Good night.
Alright, Jim. How, is it like almost morning?
Yes. I've been spending quite a bit of time doing all this. Yeah, you guys have a few moments before you hunker in for the day if there's anything else you'd like to do.
I'll shoot an email to my dad.
Saying what?
Yeah, just
Oh,
these
wow.
nuts. Hello. Edward says you're in the Himalayas. I hope you're doing well. You may see something about my school. I want you to know that I'm okay when you do see it. I'm at home. I'm not sure what's going to happen graduation and school-wise, but I hope that everything is well with you. I hope that business is good. I love you. Yours.
Okay. You send the email. Anyone else have anything?
What is it like about to be sunrise?
Yes. Y'all
No.
take your sweet ass time.
I'm not gonna risk it. I was just gonna see if I go on the roof and just grab like morning air before the sun rises, just to gather myself before I hunker down for the day.
Sure. You go up, and as it starts to go from black to gray, you have. I mean, your blood's roused, your heart's beating, and it starts really beating. There's this instinctual fear. You thought this would be relaxing up here. It's not. Just knowing that what's looming. Right now, everything in you is just telling you to get inside.
I'm like Cat's Grace right into my room.
Sure.
I'm gonna lock my door tonight.
Right after Jim left, did we have like about an hour?
Probably a little less.
I think I've chosen which ritual I want to try. So I want to just try to do this before the
Sure.
morning comes. Just gonna grab a couple rocks from around outside, kind of cut myself open and grab one of like a prop chalice, kind of when everyone wasn't looking.
Sure.
How
Okay.
I pointed you to the chalice box.
pouring my blood into it and kind of submerging the pebbles and kind of roughly repeating the chants from within the book that he had given me to try to create bloodstones.
Okay. Let's start with a rouse check.
Okay. It's just one, right?
Mhm. You lose some blood. You feel hungry because of it. Give me an intelligence plus blood sorcery.
Three successes.
Okay. Following the book, well, this is the book, and then you can see this transcribed in English. Clearly, Jim has very nice handwriting, actually, but very good script. You follow the instructions, you do everything, and it works. This little stone, you leave it in the room and walk out, and there's some connection you have. You've lost some blood, you're a little hungrier, but you can feel that connection is now in this little stone.
It does take a couple of nights for it to finish.
Yeah. Okay. And then you guys.
Oh God.
Go to bed.
All right.
The next day.
Night.
The next night. Everyone give me a rouse check.
Oh man.
Yay!
Ooh, critical. I'm get all my hunger gone.
You're not hungry. You're not hungry. You're 3 hungry now.
I know that life.
Can I do blush of life?
You ever
let's
been
do
a
it
train
right.
wreck before?
That's a success. You're not hungry.
Can I do-
Yeah, anyone who would like to do blush of life, you can do it for the evening.
Woohoo! If I get 2, does it matter?
No, as long as you have 1 success.
Do we know what we're doing this evening? Do
Well,
I
I'm
need
double
to risk
blushed.
it?
It's up to you guys. What path, what lead you're gonna take.
What's sounding good to you guys? I don't really.
I had an idea of what
I
we
have a
should do.
Thought,
Jim coming over?
but I don't.
Is he?
He said he'd come over to finish the ward he's making.
So it's on us to figure out this thing for Zell. I think that's what he was kind of hinting at.
Well, he
wanna-
also would have said essentially, you'll have to pick who among you is going to be getting this. So unless you each want to drink from this person 3 nights in a row, you would have to that's a lot of blood to take from one person. 2 of you might be able to do it, but otherwise you'll probably have to designate a person who's going to drink and get this ability. He would suggest that someone who's good at talking, good at manipulating, or has a connection with Zoe already, because the thing that you'll be doing requires physical touch with her.
What are you doing tonight,
So
Jordan?
what
you
I'm-
busy?
Guys, we gotta worry about getting the blood first before we even run into Zell, right? So.
Well, this is he's saying who's going to choose. Again, so you'll make the decision if you're going to try to bring someone back and keep them for 3 nights, drinking from them each night, or if it's someone that one of you is just going to drain, and you'll have that ability right away.
I would
So-
suggest 3 nights, right?
For sure, and I mean, I
I know. It's
kind of
tough.
feel weird recommending this, but you guys probably noticed like the other night I came back kind of beat up and stuff.
Yeah, try to reach out to you.
Yeah, no, it's chill, man. I was just kind of feeling bummed, but I was
Sharon, about
I was over trying to find Delilah, and her dad, he's taken her, and I mean, I got there, and I'm real quiet and stuff, and I snuck on there, and Delilah came down, and you guys might not know this about me yet, but I can sometimes just like smell and like sense people's blood, and I'm like 95% certain Delilah's one of them. She's I think she's got the blood, and I think we should try to rescue her.
Why?
So you want to take her and feed on her for 3 days?
Yeah.
Do you want to feed on her for 3 days?
I mean, that'd probably be best. I mean, I'm like always been pretty open with her. I wasn't planning on hiding any of this from her.
Oh.
Don't look at me. The last time you went there, the dad beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Mr. Stevenson
You two
was
are...
a football player in high school, and then he did a stint in the Marines.
Wait, what was his name?
Mr. Stevenson.
The
Stan.
insurance?
Stan Stevenson.
No,
the,
no, he's a corporate.
no.
He's a corporate lawyer, like you said.
The corporate lawyer.
Yeah, he's a big guy, though.
I mean,
So-
you two are good at talking your way in, right?
I mean, I could.
Pose as a friend or something?
I mean,
I was
I could.
thinking we just, do you guys ever see that
Way
Taken
through.
movie?
Which one? I've only seen the third one.
There's 3.
No, mostly the first one, the part where the
Emily,
girl
that
gets
Rachel
taken.
doesn't.
That's kind of what I was.
The part we're
You're
gonna
telling
take
me
the
you're
girl.
I mean,
Wouldn't that
you guys
rouse
could like
suspicion?
just like kind of, wash the parents' brains. You could take the dad, right?
What I found out
You
last
got
night
this.
was I don't have Jim's powers. I can only do like
But I mean,
10 minutes.
you guys can just like make them forget who even invaded their home.
Yeah, I mean.
She's like captive there. She's not gonna flip on us
But
once
I
we
mean-
get her out.
he'd suspect you, but he wouldn't suspect here.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
So we could.
So no one knows you're staying here? Your parents?
I haven't told anybody. I just told my parents I was gonna go try to find Delilah. That's about it.
Wait. So like you went to your parents and you said, "I'm gonna go find Delilah,"
I said hi.
and then you said, "I'm gonna find Delilah,"
Yeah.
and then you haven't gone back.
I mean, I picked up some things. My computer. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, you've got your laptop.
Yeah.
You might want to close some tabs, by the way.
Leave them open. We're fine.
I mean, I was
I'm not
doing
gonna yuck your
research
yum.
for us, so it's kind of.
Oh, cool. Anything interesting?
Yeah, a lot of interesting things. I think this vampire stuff goes way deeper than we were even thinking.
What gave that away?
I can't even go into it right now. But we gotta stay focused on the task at hand. I think we should try to rescue Delilah.
Well, let's do a game plan. You lead us there because none of us know where Stevenson lives.
Yeah.
And then who knocks on the door? Or do you knock? I mean, do you...
I mean, I can try to.
I
Like,
Is there a hideaway key we can find?
I can knock at the door.
We can sneak in?
I mean, I was able to sneak past the stuff, but that's because I'm really good at that kind of thing.
Could you do it again?
Yeah, probably.
Because I can go to the front door.
Yeah, and then maybe I could slip in the back and just get her. But then if things go sour, maybe.
Wait, you think she has this blood?
Yeah, I think she does.
What gave that away? You can smell it?
Yeah, I can sense things in people's blood. I mean, that's how I mean, even though it's not too obvious, I can tell when people are on things. I've noticed. I can smell it and sense it.
I mean, we should get her out anyway, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, 2 birds, 1 stone.
If you trust her, if you really want to show her this side of...
I mean, I trust
You-
her with everything, man. I'm like, we have the most open relationship. I told her about my deepest insecurities. I told her about my neighbor, Joseph.
It's okay. It's
Delilah's
okay.
cool. She's good.
No,
for it.
I've seen Delilah before.
I mean, she's my
just-
rock, man. She's not gonna do anything to hurt
I'm just
us.
saying, making sure you're comfortable with her seeing this side of
I
you.
mean, I couldn't live with myself keeping it from her, man. It's not right. We're supposed to share a life.
But what if it?
I can't share a life if I'm hiding it from her.
But what if keeping it from her can protect her?
Are you
all
trying to
this?
justify something for yourself, man?
Going on the roof. I'll be back in a little bit.
Sun's out, but you know that.
I don't know.
On this.
I mean,
Oh fuck you.
I'm sorry. I'm in a musical.
I mean, if you guys really want, I mean, I could even try to lure him away from the home. I mean, I think if I showed up there and he saw me, there's a good chance he'd chase me down and try to kill me.
Do you? I
So-
mean,
No,
wait.
but listen. Do you think he's an upstanding husband, like a faithful guy?
I
Would
want to
it
be a home wrecker.
I mean,
That's what Jordan's trying to say to you right now.
No, I'm saying that
I
if
need.
it's something they're inclined to, it's much easier to manipulate.
I mean,
So you
Mr.
do wanna be a
Stevenson's a
homewrecker.
pretty straight edge guy.
He's a piece of shit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
He
mean,
wrecked his own home.
he
Oh,
shaved
no, I'm
her
not
head.
judging
guys.
you. Hold on.
Do we even know
a
that he's for sure a
legit-
homewrecker?
He
Well,
made the. He
It
wouldn't
was
die.
some Nazi
a
level
human.
shit.
He shaved his
her
daughter's
head.
head.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked
And
up.
Down
I guess
with the
I'm
patriarchy.
assuming homewrecker means he's
Down
cheating
with
on
the
his
patriarchy.
wife. And that's,
Hey, I don't know about that.
Controls
Mr. Stevenson's a
and
pretty
smooth
stand-up dude.
He took the shit out of you.
Mixed message.
I mean,
I just
to
say
his
that 'cause
family.
he
I
senses you.
think I could approach him.
Not necessarily a good person.
okay.
I think I could approach him in a business sense.
I mean, I think we
What?
should just go get her.
I don't know if you know this, but my family has a lot of money.
I mean,
God,
I don't think
Really
the
looking
dude's
for
gonna
partners.
sell his daughter.
What? No. I mean, I can distract him. I can come up with some bullshit as to why I'm there.
I mean, you show
And
up
then
in the
you
middle of the
sneak in
night with a business proposal.
I don't know.
yeah,
I
you're-
think we
You're
just.
18, man.
I think we could
Nobody's
just
gonna take us seriously.
slip in
My
there.
brother's like
and,
22 representing.
You know, stop them before the alarms go off.
Okay, so the way I see it is these two are good at talking. They have a way about them. They can distract him at the front door. You go around the back door. I'm on retainer, way back in the shadows. Don't use me,
What?
but if I need to defuse something, I'm there.
Alright.
But I think we can handle this in a more diplomatic way.
Alright. So you guys will. How about you guys approach is Delilah's friends?
Yeah, that makes more
right. That
sense, yeah.
makes more sense.
Be easiest.
And you just want to talk to her and see her, and he's gonna definitely turn her away, turn you guys away from that, and you just distract him, and I'm gonna try to get her out of there. All right?
And then you can cloud his memory.
Yeah. If things go bad, you guys can just.
Or
You
just
know.
do it and no matter what, just to get your face out of his memory.
That'd be nice.
And then I'll be in the shadows.
Glad you're such an integral part of this plan.
Hey, I'm the one helping craft it right now. You want me to go with
The
you
what?
in the house?
I mean, no, you don't have to. I can kind of quietly
Yeah,
sneak
I would
in
just
there.
fuck it up talking with you guys.
I
So.
got it.
Oh God, Jordan. I'm going upstairs on the roof, and I know what time it is.
Okay.
I hate this coterie.
I want to spend a little bit of time before we leave, trying to remember what I can about its security system and doing some research. I assume I've been to their home enough to know what kind of security.
Probably
it is.
not. You never would have probably hung out at their place.
All right. Well,
Uh,
then I
But
would
you're
look for
familiar
ways
enough. She definitely snuck out. You know they have motion sensor lights. That's a lot of those houses do. You also know they definitely have alarms and everything. They have one of those things where you remember those houses when you open a door, the voice says front door, back
yeah.
door. They have that. So
All right. So I'm gonna try to figure out ways to get around that. Then can I just
sure.
do
Give
some
me
research on it?
A larceny intelligence.
That's a break-in, right?
Yes, it is. Your specialty.
Can I help him research? I got some larceny from whatever.
It's up to you if you would want him to help.
I've had to break into things before.
How does help work in this?
Get an extra dice.
Yeah, sure, man. If you know anything about that, that'd be good.
Yeah.
And all the help we can get.
So you can pull up on a computer, start doing your own research sort of with him.
Nice willpower.
Okay.
Did you grab the extra die from me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
he's rolled like
I'm
shit.
rolling a ton of dice.
You find anything, Herb?
Is this side of the
Find some
table?
good stuff over
Still
here.
looking,
Where
man.
is the side
Still
of the
looking.
table?
Roll 3.
Tip below a 3 for good luck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, that's more than enough. So yeah, you you look up
6
enough
successes.
to be able to know where to maybe sort of shut down some of the stuff from the outside, like messing with like a breaker to like essentially you'll have to cut some power.
Right, like I could identify like lines that have been routed into the power box that would
Yeah.
likely be for the security system.
Cool.
So to at least get it to where it doesn't do that automatic like front door, back like that thing. So you can, if you get in the back door, it's not going to alert anything.
It was like figuring out ways we were gonna like start singing or something to cover up that noise, and this just makes things obvious.
I was just gonna act surprised.
All
I was
right.
gonna start singing
Or
playing
I
White
I
Tees.
actually have a couple plans.
All
Top
right.
of my
I
lungs.
have a couple thoughts in
All
mind
right,
for
guys.
how
I
to
think
cover up
we're
any sort
about
of.
ready. You guys got a good game plan?
I'm not gonna.
Jim
Did
there?
you already forget it?
Yeah, Jim would have
But
shown
if
up
I
by now.
have to,
No, I mean you.
And you
two.
see
But if I
Jim,
have to.
he seems just very at ease. He's just methodically working on his thing. He's humming. He seems a man who's very content and at peace while at a task.
I'm gonna be a vampire Buddhist.
Yeah, guys, we don't want to
Vampire what?
bother Jim too, anyways.
What?
I'm gonna have to be a vampire Buddhist now. Look how relaxed he
I
is.
thought you said boobies.
I heard booty.
You
Now we know what we like.
Cat's grace doesn't give me silence, right? It just
Nope. Obfuscate this.
didn't like that. Alright.
Okay, I was gonna ask Jim a question, but he seems like he's working away.
I mean,
so-
you would. You're not. You think you could ask him? Yeah. He's not like so focused where he seems at ease. Where if you talk to him, he wouldn't be like.
He chill.
He seemed very comfortable with you.
Hey, Jim, sorry to bother you. I know you're kind of busy making this vampire blender, but,
I like that. It's not what it. Well, yeah. What did you need?
anyway, well, maybe later, I don't know if you'll have some time, or maybe just some, like, information to give me more about the Malkavians. I didn't really hear you talk much about them last night, and I have a lot of questions.
I'll definitely the hardest to talk about, to figure out. They don't really know themselves that well. I mean, I know what I know. Once I finish this up, I'll do some research for you. I think it'd be good for you.
Yeah.
It's that's a tough one to be brought into. Yeah.
But also, you know, we're going to go get Herb's girlfriend's night. He thinks she might be able to help us with our little Zoe mission. But if for some reason that doesn't work out, the club might be a good avenue. Again, probably favors involved. but
Arcadia?
No.
Oh, the
yeah,
Coven.
The Coven. Just the type of people that frequent there. You know, push comes to shove.
That's true.
It's another option. And the girls there probably decently powerful, at least know things.
I don't know anything about them, so that would be a risk you'd have to take.
For sure.
But you seem to know your way around that type, and they seem to like you there. That could be worth checking in on.
But it's just an option I wanted to.
Yeah, anything that sounds like a good plan to me. Just be careful with anything you choose.
Well, we're gonna go kidnap Herb's girlfriend, so
All right, that sounds interesting as well. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thanks. You guys ready?
Beep beep.
I'm so ready.
We should
I'm gonna buy
probably
us a
take
mystery
like 2 separate cars in case things go south. He could only like follow one of our cars. Just a thought.
You got 2 cars.
We could take the wagon. That's what I got.
The station wagon.
It's not really a station wagon. It's like a
It's
Yaris.
a radio flyer.
It's a Yaris.
Oh,
It's
it's
kind of
stylish.
shaped like a wagon.
Sure.
And then I figured you guys probably drive separately, so we could like even park down the block in case they see you guys get out of the car with us.
So me and you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the girls.
Let's do that.
All right. Shotguns.
It's just.
There's just
Alright.
2 of you.
Okay.
Also, I do have some
Already
things in the
undead.
front seat, so.
What's up?
No, don't worry about it. We'll move it. It's fine.
Oh God.
All right, you 2 use his car. You're taking your car.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head over
It smells in here.
to Chesterfield,
I'm
to
not
the
a good driver.
Stevenson's residence. And that is where we'll take our second and final break.
Big bad coming up.
And we'll get to the big boss battle after this.
Fucking
Corporate lawyer.
fascists ahead.
And we are back to you 2, Herb's car, you 2, your car, driving to the Stevenson's residence in a nice, fancy home in Chesterfield to get Delilah, who Herb has since has a sanguine dyscrasia in her blood.
Ooh.
It's early evening. You roll up. What do you do? I will put on my microphone while you decide.
Yeah. On the way, or pulling up to it. I mean, we're here. We're doing this, but are you sure that this is right to show her this?
Yeah, man. I wouldn't hide it from her. I mean.
But what if this endangers her?
I
You
mean,
don't-
I think she'd be more hurt. I'd be hurting her if I was to keep it from her. I think she'd be much more hurt if it was coming from me rather than if it was coming from the people who want to hurt us. You know what I mean?
Kind of. All right. You want me to just keep the car running, and then you?
Yeah, keep the car running. I kind of pull up short, about like half a block.
Okay.
Kind of parking on the side of the road. Just kind of say, yeah, man, keep the car running.
Do a code word that.
I have a feeling if you see like alarms or something go off in the house, or you hear some commotion, or probably if one of these two run out on the road, it's just trying to get in there. But I'm gonna be like,
Get out of here.
yeah, I can also shoot you a text if it goes sour too, but I don't know if I'll have time. So one of those things will happen, man.
I will be waiting.
All right.
Okay. Where do you park?
Thanks,
Just on
man.
in front. In front.
Alright,
Probably on the
pull-
street, not in the driveway, but
Right in front of the house then.
Yeah.
You give me a dexterity stealth.
it might be good.
Let's see.
How hungry are you?
Treat?
A little hungry.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
I'm still young.
Only one, right?
You can.
I'm gonna. Can I no longer? I forgot about the blood surge. Can I no longer surge? Blood.
Have you done it yet? No, you can do it at any time.
Okay.
It doesn't
Okay.
have to be at the beginning of the night thing.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead. Roll 2 since your humanity. As long as the 1 is a success. Okay. Your heart starts beating. You feel the blood being pushed around your system. You're not hungry. You start oh, you're doing the blood. You're not doing blush of life. You're doing blood surge to get an extra die. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's just 1 dice.
But you need a brush of life now.
It was a rouse roll anyway, so.
But rouse is different for different things. Like blush of life is 2. A regular rouse roll
Okay.
is that also 2? I don't think
No,
it's
it's
No,
1.
it's
Yeah, so just roll 1.
Okay.
Bummer.
You're hungrier. And now you can roll an extra dice.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll that with the willpower stuff.
Okay. It's worth it. 2 more successes, which is 3 successes total. You managed to get to the back door using that one way you found before, not setting off any of the motion sensors. Or getting to the stuff
Power
to
box.
the power box.
Disable that.
Go ahead and give me a intelligence or wits technology.
That's my shit right there.
And 4 of those are going to be hunger dice?
3 of them.
3?
Forgot I went up 1. 3 successes.
Okay. You feel confident that you've successfully rerouted some of this stuff without setting anything off to where the door alarms will not activate.
Okay. I'm gonna go as quiet as possible and listen for the doorknob.
You two pull up in front of the house. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
You knock? Middle-aged, very pretty, blonde housewife answers. Yes?
Hi, my name is Evelyn Gibson. I'm friends with your daughters, Delilah. This is my friend Elliot. She's visiting. We were just coming by. I don't know. I'm sure you've seen on the news. I'm one of the survivors from the school, St. Benedict's.
Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you know.
Yeah, no, of course. It's lovely to meet you. I've met your daughter a few times, and she's a lovely girl, and I don't know, it was, after going through everything, I just wanted to talk to some of the people who are important to me, and, when you almost lose everything, you kind of want to talk about that. I've met her a couple times. I knew her, I was just wondering if she's available to talk.
You mean manipulation, subterfuge, or persuasion.
Persuasion?
Well, you are lying to her. Either way, you're also sort of trying to pull on her sense of sympathy for your situation. Are you saying anything?
No, not this time.
Oh no, I have 3. 3 successes. One acknowledgement.
I mean, she's not feeling well, but yeah, I'll check. I'll check for you.
Yeah.
One moment, please. She closes the door. She heads in. A few moments later, comes back. I really am sorry. I let her know you stopped by, but we're not taking visitors at the moment.
Oh,
Perhaps another time.
is she all right?
Yes, she'll be fine.
She's okay? Okay,
Can I
yeah, she...
activate Mesmerize?
Yes, you can. Give me a rouse check.
Just 1 die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your hunger goes up by 1.
guys, we're on Instagram and Twitter. Table guys. Shut up. Hello.
Okay, yeah, so she lets you know that you can return a different time. She said that you could, I'm sure she'd,
Is there a better time for us to come by?
maybe this weekend.
Ma'am, I'm sure we've all been through a lot with this, but please let us just heal together, just for a minute. We won't stay long, I promise. It's been a really rough week. The vigil the other night, just
Yeah, you're making eye contact with her. You see her eyes that keep darting. She keeps looking inside, or focused on you as you say this. Yes, you're right. Come on in.
we'll be really quick.
She
I
steps
just wanna
back,
say hi.
lets you guys inside.
Thank you.
Give me a wits awareness.
Cuss to Elijah just putting the radio in the car.
He's playing drums on his
That's not
telephone.
my name.
2. Okay. Kind of moving around a little bit, some of the back windows, you can see the dad is in a very large living room area watching TV. You go back to the back door, you can see through the kitchen, you see past the mom with these two. They're in the house.
The dad looks like he's still just kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I guess I'll just post up out here and wait then instead of moving in. If I see them already inside, maybe they'll be able to get her out.
Okay. Alright, so you two go inside. She leads you upstairs to Delilah's room. She says, honey, your friends are here. For a moment. What? And then she opens up. You see Delilah she was just in bed. Seemingly doing nothing. Looks up and sees both of you. Hi, guys.
Hi, we came to visit.
Okay.
We just want to.
Mom, can you give us a moment? She goes, yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Mrs. Stevenson.
She
Lovely to meet you.
quietly goes away. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Trying to get you out.
More than anything. Where's Herb?
He's outside saying, but if we can, maybe we could get you out. I didn't expect us to get in here. So we were supposed to be a distraction.
I'm ready. I don't need anything. I don't have anything.
How do you think we can just get out fast?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? You came in here.
I mean, because it's your house. You know how to. What's the fastest?
I know where the door is. Assuming you do too. What's
So
the
what
plan
is-
here? I don't know.
What has been keeping you in here besides your dad?
Just your dad?
He's
Yes.
apparently a homicidal maniac. According
I don't know about
to
homicidal,
Herb's face,
but
who should have died the other day.
yeah. Are you here to grill me about my dad, or like what's going on?
No, we're here to.
Classic Jordan, classic
We're
fuck.
here to get you out. Okay.
Yeah, let's fucking go then.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
you need
fuck
to-
this place.
Do you need to grab anything?
No.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Herb's got me. Okay. She follows you out. I'm assuming you want to do this quietly.
Yes.
You're gonna need a dexterity stealth from each of you. Am I doing that?
You know what it is, bitch. Use a willpower.
Do you have any hunger? You should have one, so make sure one of those is a hunger.
I'll just start over.
I'm gonna text. Can I text?
Okay, but I am still gonna use a will.
I'm gonna text Elijah, and just
That's still
message them. They're inside for some reason. Question mark.
I got
Ellipses.
2.
Was this the plan? Question mark? Question mark.
You got.
It's a
don't
group
think
chat,
so.
and Evelyn is like,
Can I
no, all
roll
caps.
It's just the emoji
Mark
of
the
the
willpower.
brain.
You
Like,
can reroll
blowing
just the
up.
black die. Can't reroll a hunger die.
Hate seeing
no.
that.
Dix is right.
I hate to see that.
You got one.
Yeah.
You got two.
Yep.
Okay. You going out the back door or front door?
Let's go front. That's where my car is. My car's that's supposed to
Still
swing.
seeing less suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we can get her out. we'd be like,
Yeah. You guys head out. You're quietly opening the door. You're outside.
Into the car.
Okay. You head down the driveway.
Run.
You see them exit again with Delilah.
We in my car?
You're heading to your car when the door opens. You see Stan Stevenson there. Yeah, he just opens up the door. What the fuck?
Oh, Mr. Stevenson.
How far away are we from the door?
Good, like, it's a pretty long driveway.
Do I
Probably
hear
a
the
good,
what
like,
the fuck?
20, 30 feet away. Yeah,
I slip into the back door.
sure. Are you going to use...
Since I'm gonna go silent.
Yeah, you go silent, not making any noise. The door not making any noise in your vicinity. And you,
What kind of
Hang on.
stove do they have?
What kind of question?
I don't know,
Gas or electric?
it'd be electric. It'd be like a nice modern appliances.
All right, I grab a roll of napkins or like towels that they have, like kitchen towels.
Sure.
Throw it
sure.
on the stove and just turn them all on.
Okay. What are you two doing outside?
I would approach Mr. Stevenson.
We'd walk back.
I would say
She's
like,
walking back. What are you doing?
I'm taking Delilah to the car.
You go, stop right there. Where the hell are you going with my daughter?
she was just telling
Shut the fuck up. Where are you going with my daughter?
I hold the keys. They're not going anywhere without me, Mr. Stevenson. I was just coming to talk to you.
Give me a dex brawl.
Oh, fuck! This guy sucks!
It's Stan Stevenson of the Stevenson firm.
Almost killed. We're not walking back.
Alright, I used a will and I still only got one success.
Okay. So yeah, you're like, we're not going anywhere without me. He grabs the keys. Like, look at me. Damn right, you're not fucking going anywhere.
God damn it, Stan.
Okay, I want to use awe.
Sure, you activate awe. And while he's staring at Jordan, his daughter, right now, he slowly...
I'm sorry, Mr. Stevenson. We were...
What are you doing with my daughter? I'm sorry, but what's going on?
She was just... She said she had a lot of time to reflect, and I have too, about, I don't know if you know about St. Benedict's. I'm sure you saw it on the news. Well, I was one of the students there, and I met your daughter because of that, and so, I think she's embarrassed to say it to you, but she really regrets the strain she put on her relationship with you because of her relationship with her, and kind of, thinking on it. I
So
think-
she's running away.
No, not at all. She said she left some stuff at his house, and we were gonna go pick it up so she could bring it back.
You can see his brain struggling with this weird supernatural effect you have where he's pulling his attention, but he's trying to just stare daggers into Delilah. He knows if he could look at her and get her to make eye contact with him, he can make her submit.
She said,
Give me a manipulation plus your presence.
Can I be moving with Delilah still? Like, arm around her shoulder.
Delilah is like frozen in place right now. You can give me a composure persuasion.
I have 3. I want to use a will. I'm gonna, because I have a lot of wine.
We call it
That's
get
my reason for a lot of things.
Okay, so 4
Not bad.
successes.
3.
3 successes.
Okay, you calm her down. So calm.
Just like talking to her. the
Yeah,
entire
she focuses
time.
on you and nods, and you're walking.
Just,
You're
like,
further away.
Using lingo I heard her and her
Yeah.
views, like, just like the calming, like
Hey,
meditative
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Talk about share.
this
You
only
get her.
Talk
You
about
get her into
share.
the car. If that's
this
what you
only
want.
matters if I have two, right?
can I get her to?
Mhm.
Can I keep walking with her down to their getaway car?
You walking down the street?
Yeah.
Sure. What'd
like,
you get?
as quickly as possible. Towards you.
Okay, that's more than him.
In
He
the car.
doesn't even watch them go, and he's looking at
Brilliant.
you.
'Cause he has a second key.
She's not going anywhere. If she needs to get her shit, we can get her
What the
shit. But she
keys?
doesn't have anything worth. We could get her new stuff. Trust me. And yeah, you notice there is actually he would for sure notice too is smoke alarms, fire alarms are going off inside his house. You could tell he's again wanting to look and see what the fuck's going on, but you have his attention and he can't look away. Though you could tell he's
not gonna stay.
really curious that he can
The
hear it.
aftermath.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you get out.
Yeah, I would have
We
immediately
were just
left
talking about that.
as soon as I started to
Yeah.
set the fire.
Um,
Slipping to the car as quickly as possible, the back
What the fuck? I've seen smoke. What the fuck?
What are you doing?
Mr. Stevenson, you know what? You're absolutely right. She can buy new stuff. Yeah, you know what? She was just embarrassed. She
So
thinks,
I need to check what the hell's going. Yeah, and you
Can
hear.
I have my keys back? Well, I'll grab them, and you check what's going on in there. But can I just have my car? My father speaks so highly of you, Mr. Stevenson.
He just puts the keys back and he runs inside. You hear his wife yell out.
I got into the car and started.
Okay. You would see Herb probably cut through some of the yards, the neighbors' yards, a few houses down. You're just in the car and you
I would
see her
shout
and
to
Delilah
Evelyn,
just quick power walking down the street. Go ahead.
"Do your forget thing," and then
Oh.
start the car.
We're like down the way.
I would shout it down the street. I do not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's like,
Yeah, you turn around. You don't. He's back in the house.
yeah. It's not something I'm gonna worry about, honestly.
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore the.
So
advice.
Delilah, Georgian, Herb, get back to the car where you're in. I'm assuming you take off. You get in your car. You'll do the forget thing, and she's
Okay, that's fine.
too far
Well, when
gone.
they get in, I'm like, do they forget your face? Do we want to do that now?
I was further away, and we had multiple conversations. The wife saw my face, but
We might be putting her in danger. They can link us to her.
see you guys.
It's all.
Guys, who cares? Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
just saying.
I'm
No,
driving.
we gotta go.
Fucking get out of there.
Okay.
Delilah, Dawn. Told you I'd come back.
Yeah, she just wraps you up, and she just breaks down. She's just sobbing, and just holding you, and just thanking you over and over and over, thanking you guys too. I was fucking dying in there.
Sorry I left you for this long, babe.
I knew
You're a
you'd
baby
come
doll.
from me. I knew you'd come from me. And yeah, she's just a wreck, but she will not let you go. She's holding on to you, and she's still shaking, but she's slowly becoming more calm.
I think at some point I'd offer her a pill.
Sure, yeah, she'll gladly take it. She's been stone cold sober for days. It sucked. Where are you
Just
guys
one
going?
Prescription anyway, so.
I'm going to my house.
I hate her.
Okay. Yeah, you go back to the Haven. Jim's still there, humming a tune. Jolly as can be, working on this ward.
Delilah, I think maybe me and her should have a quick word, real quick, about
After
the
the
thing.
pill kicks in.
Yeah.
It'd probably be best. Me and her kind of lead her to another room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
Oddly avoid the carpet as she walks through it.
no. She's like, is that your janitor?
Yeah, that's weird. You recognize them.
They need work over the summers.
Listen, Delilah. I know you've had a really crazy few days.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Like I do, but nothing's making sense. And I thought you were dead, and I fucking went on this
And I can't explain all of it, Delilah. And that's what I want to do. So I know you've had a crazy few days, but
Yeah, you wouldn't believe.
I'd believe some pretty crazy things now. You remember how we watched that like Zeitgeist documentary about
Yeah, which time?
like the first time, you know, when we
Fuck,
were
yeah,
like young and shit, you know, 12 years old, and my brother stole it from his, you know, video files, and there was all this stuff about, you know, how people are controlling us,
Fuck, yeah.
and all of it's real.
Yeah, of course.
No, and it's really real, Delilah.
Yeah.
And I've seen, I've become a part of it, and
What the fuck?
it's
You're part of the
taken.
man now?
No, not the man. It's it's hard to even explain or
You're
even
scaring
talk
me.
about. I'm scared, Delilah. I'm scared.
What happened? Did you get a fucking job or something?
No, of course not.
So different.
I am.
This is love, idiot.
All right. You know the movie Interview with a Vampire?
Yeah, man. Fucking it's a Scientologist dude in it. It's fucked up.
What if I told you?
You're a
that-
Scientologist.
No, the other thing. I'm just gonna say it. This isn't getting anywhere.
You're a vampire?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on?
It
For real,
sounds
though?
really stupid.
Yeah.
Well, Janitor Jim, it's his fault, kind of. The janitor.
he seems really chill.
I know he is. He's very chill. He let us stay with him. His wife's great. They're like The Bachelor, but no. This isn't getting anywhere. All right.
Fuck, what are you on, man? Because I'm not where you're at.
Do you remember the night at the party
Don't.
way back when I woke up and the spiders were on me and I freaked out?
Oh, no. And the one in my...
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man.
No,
yeah.
that happens.
Yeah, that makes you a vampire?
No, but you remember the little girl I saw? She attacked us at the high school, babe. That's what happened. She attacked us, and she bit you, and she bit me, and I went out.
A vampire?
No, you're not a vampire. For some reason, they left you untouched, and I dragged you away from the fire. And you don't remember any of this because of Janitor Jim. I know none of this makes any sense, but do you believe? I mean, you gotta believe me. I'm not
Why would
lying to
you
you.
make
I'd
this
never
shit
keep
up?
anything. Exactly. I wouldn't make this up. I'd never lie to you. I just want to protect you. I just can't like live my life keeping
what
a
is
secret
that?
from you.
What does that mean? Do you like... You seem the same?
I mean, I kind of like hold her hand a little closer and kind of say, I mean, I don't feel the same.
I mean, I noticed you felt a little... Yeah, she'll hold her wrist and put her hands to your face and your neck.
And then I kind of
Fuck.
find something sharp enough in the room, and I kind of take it and I just do a small cut.
Well,
Just, and then I kind of like pour it onto like one of the nice coffee tables that she had.
yeah, it sizzles
And I
and
just kind of
it
like,
starts eating through the table.
and I kind of look at it and I just kind of cover it up. And
What
I say,
fucking...
yeah.
I don't... Vampires are made of acid?
You say you did.
It's like specific, like weirdly specific to like everybody's a little different apparently. There's like all kinds of crazy cult shit that I looked up on the
Your
internet.
friends know?
They're vampires too.
What the fuck? How long have you been like this?
Literally, it happened prom night, and
Oh, the little girl.
That's why
everyone?
I couldn't have come for you sooner. No, I don't think it was just the little girl, but I would have come for you sooner, but I was like, the first night, I was like in the worst withdrawals of my life. I was throwing up everything, and I felt like hell. And it took a couple of days before I was even ready to come try to even find you.
Fuck.
I mean,
Does this mean
this
you-
shit's like super not chill, and I'm having trouble coping with it, and I just really needed you.
I mean, I don't know shit about this, but we'll figure it out together.
I know. You couldn't
Is
stay
there
there.
like a website or something?
I
that we
found
could
a
do?
few sites.
Can we
I
like?
did find
yeah,
a few sites.
let's fucking check this shit out.
And we definitely will. Also, I may have lied to the other guys about you.
I knew it so
I just felt like I needed them on board to get you out, because you're the most important thing to me.
They weren't gonna fucking help you without lying. Fuck them, man.
I mean,
said
I
I
wasn't sure,
Vampires.
but you know, like,
No, I mean you did what you had to do for sure. Like as long as me and you were fine.
I had
I mean,
to
they
get
seem
you out of
chill.
there.
Yeah. And it worked.
And you know, maybe you can help us. There's a chance. I mean, it's not impossible.
No, I'm super like fucking
You're
whatever
super
you guys need.
I know.
And I could do like shit during the day while you. Do I have to be a vampire too?
No, you definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for
definitely
that
don't
yet.
want you to be a vampire. Babe.
Or you're gonna live forever though? What the fuck? What am I
Maybe-
gonna do?
I know. I haven't even thought about the logistics of this at
So
all.
we'll figure it out, man. I know this. Fuck.
And this
Yeah.
is the craziest thing that's clearly ever
Hey.
happened. I feel like the Beatles just broke up, and like I'm trying to develop with like what the world post Beatles means.
You think
And-
the Beatles are vampires? There's so many people. Fucking Nicolas Cage.
He's definitely a vampire. Definitely. I mean,
I'm
I've been
glad
reading
you're
a lot.
okay. I gotta look some shit up.
I mean,
Well, what's a lie though? What do I need to say to the rest?
I was probably gonna come clean with him, but just you may have blood that's vital to us or something. Jim will probably tell them that.
So you
I was
rescued me
wrong.
to drink me?
Kind of, yeah, but I mean, I'm probably not gonna do that because you probably aren't that, right? There's a really small chance that that's
I
the
don't
case.
fucking know what you're talking about.
But I mean, we've drank people
Fuck.
who've already drank people, and some of them are fine.
There's so much I gotta.
This is a lot, I know, and I know this is really fucked up. I'm just really hoping it's less fucked up than whatever the fuck was going on at your dad's, because Mr. Stevenson's
I'm
a
not
real
going back
prick.
there.
I know.
Fucking use your vampire shit if you have to. If he fucking finds me somehow, I don't give a fuck about what happens.
Alright, but I mean, this could be good for us. Maybe this is it's a new start. It's like what we were talking about. We go out on our own, me and you together.
Yeah. Fuck him. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want now. You're
Sure. Yeah.
a vampire,
Exactly.
and you got vampire friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's go face the other guys and maybe figure out if you have this blood.
Yeah.
I don't think you do. But
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty low chance.
What I was saying is we're a coterie. We don't lie to each other. We have to be.
You with Bloodhound, you can smell. She has a lingering and actually a sanguine resonance about her.
It was a viable option.
Boo.
I didn't
Yay!
I knew there was a chance.
But-
It's a
So
viable
happy!
option.
You can tell because she's been through so much shit. It's that spark that goes with that resonance has been almost smothered.
We gotta get it back.
So while she doesn't have whatever it is, and you don't know if it'll ever be at that level, it's definitely not now. But maybe with some time. But like time. Not days. Might be like some weeks. Getting her back on her feet. It might be viable.
All right.
You might
Yeah.
not have completely lied to them.
Okay.
You're not.
In
what
that
you were
case-
last session.
All right. Yeah.
This is Rachel.
Yeah, let's get the others.
Actually, you
That's
know
I'm
what?
talking about.
And maybe we can spin this. We'll be all right.
I'll follow your lead.
All right, Delilah, let's do this. kind of come back out to the rest of the group and kind of look at you guys.
Hey there, Delilah.
I know
What's
what
it
you
like in-
are, and it's
Say it
cool.
out loud.
Wait, you go.
No,
Thank you for interrupting that.
she knows. I told her everything, guys.
It's cool.
She's cool. I told you she'd be cool.
Why are you squinting at us?
I told you like honesty was the best path.
The best path.
So here's the thing, guys. Now that I'm like a little closer to her, she's definitely sanguine.
Definitely.
I was 100% on the board right with that. Isn't that right, Jim? And I can't
Actually,
point to Jim.
Jim.
Kind of. Oh, but
What's this now?
she's sanguine, but
Right.
I think the whole
You found
trauma-
one.
Yeah, no, I know her. She's my girlfriend, but here's the thing. I think whatever her dad did to her is really got her fucked up. And I don't think she's going to work out, unfortunately, despite everything I thought was the case previously. I'm real sorry that this wasn't what we were looking for, but
Don't apologize.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's definitely sanguine.
Got her.
Or,
What?
You got her back.
I mean, we said we were gonna go either way. We should rescue her.
And that's really cool of you guys.
Sure.
I told
Yeah,
you
no.
that I was gonna have your back.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
have what he says I have. too.
She does have it.
I've always had it.
I wasn't like lying at all to you guys. I
You
promise.
want to do that to you guys. You guys are cool.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. I'm just sorry that like she's sorry too that she can't help more.
I wish. I mean, I can
I
help
mean,
a
we
lot.
can't.
But no,
Here's
she
the
can do a
thing.
lot of things
You
for
guys
us.
can't be in the sun.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
we're supposed-
can,
Yeah.
and I will.
Right, but not like
Yeah.
too
Wait.
much of the day, cause like we
Not
gotta spend some
early
time
morning.
together, right?
It's like for sure.
Like we gotta like split the day, like
No,
half the day you'll
my
be
usual
out, and like
schedule,
half the night
like,
we'll be together.
1, 2, 3, 4. I get up.
Exactly,
And, like, help
yeah.
you out. Together.
So cool. Other options.
Are we staying here?
You can.
Until we can find an apartment, which
Sure. That's
you
cool
will
of you, thank
definitely
you.
need to take lead on, if you don't mind all. It's just like most realtors don't meet after 7 or 8 p.m. So
I'll use my daylight powers to set it up.
Daywalker.
that's exactly the kind of thing we needed in this group.
And together we are.
The coterie.
All right.
What were you gonna say?
I was hoping someone would step in.
And I did, because me and her are on like
because we're a coterie.
a coterie.
I need a drink, but I can't drink. This sucks.
I can't drink.
I can.
Yeah, we puke.
I can
I
right
can't
now
Take
if I wanted to.
anything, and it's miserable.
Did you?
You okay?
No.
I mean, I'll tell you more about it later.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not Carl, not
Whatever you guys got to do, man. I feel so much better being here and fucking out of there.
And you know, it's super cool. I showed her some of the things I could do. Like these motherfuckers can like
Anyone wants to do anything,
mess with minds.
can do it.
and stuff like that.
turn into bats.
God, I wish.
Can any of us
Delilah.
turn into bat?
God,
Jim,
I
can any of
wish.
us turn into bat?
Jim, answer
Please,
that,
Jim.
Yeah.
What?
Look, there's a lot of the stuff that is
Wait,
it's
for real?
Hollywood shit that we made up to. So people try to come out with garlic and stuff and don't want to do anything. But there's a lot of truth in it too. There are individuals that can turn into bats.
Who?
Do you want me to name names? I mean,
Maybe. I have a question.
yes.
Is Dracula real?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. The Zamichi, the clan I told you about, the Tremere
Yeah.
killed, he's one of them.
God.
So he's still
good. Is he still around? He's got to be.
I don't believe so. A lot of the real old, powerful ones have,
You mean?
they go for a long, long rest. But Dracula exists, yes.
Okay.
Just like
Well,
in
let's-
Buffy.
Move on to more important things. Plan B of how we're gonna get this blood type.
Yeah, I mean, we could just like sit on Delilah for like a few weeks if you guys wanted.
Time is of
Because
the essence.
you're right. You're totally right. Let's do that instead. Okay.
What's up?
Very smart and chill of you, Elijah.
I wrap my hand around
Yeah.
it, kind of pat her, and like the shoulder, like we pulled it off.
There's obvious nodding between these two.
Yeah, it's like,
I've
we
been
know,
glaring-
right?
Like, I've
we
just been
figured it
glaring
out.
at Herb since he walked out. Like, I'm so betrayed right now.
Why you guys don't know shit? It's fine.
You
Have you seen the way she's been looking at me and Evan all night?
What do you?
I've just
what are
been
you
looking
talking
at
about?
Delilah.
Alright.
Like I did vampire shit.
Alright.
So
to
what
her
were you,
dad.
Jordan? What were you saying?
We can talk about it after, as far as dealing with her parents and like getting them off her trail and stuff, because she's gonna need to close things there.
Yeah, and
I have.
what did we leave that situation with?
Whoa, so you're a vampire? My dad beat the shit out of you?
You would've
I mean,
died.
I don't.
Otherwise,
I can do like cool tricks. Like you saw me burn that tape. You saw me burn things.
Was it? Hey, was it a prop?
Can my dad beat all of your asses?
Not all
Probably
of us.
not.
He
like-
tried to beat mine, and I told him I did some vampire shit to him.
Okay.
I mean, like not all of us are like
I'm not strong at all.
physically endowed. You know, fascists are the ones who strong arm
Right,
people.
they're the
No
ones all
offense,
about
Elijah, but
Physical might.
You're not a
caveman
fascist.
mentality.
exactly.
Fucking
You know, and it
bullshit.
makes a lot of sense. Like the things that I can do, which I'll tell you more about.
Cool.
I'm the more of the intellectual, clearly,
That makes sense.
right?
So the way I see we left the house is it was
On fire.
on fire, and they
Yeah.
saw Evelyn. And
It was not like on fire.
But
It was a
smoke.
lot of smoke. You burnt napkins. It was a lot of smoke. The house is fine.
Yeah.
It was a distraction.
From where I
Right,
see it,
right.
But,
Delilah.
I mean, did you
Delilah
guys
ran
use
away.
your real names to Mr. Stevenson?
Oh, definitely. I didn't expect to get into the house, so I didn't think it would matter.
Do you think he like was smart enough to like take your license plate or know who you are to figure out where we're at?
That's what I'm
Here's
thinking
the
too.
thing.
Because maybe we should like find
legally?
a new spot for a minute.
Delilah is 8. You're 18. Yeah?
Yeah.
Your dad can't do shit. I have access to lawyers that could kick your dad's ass.
Also, we talked to the
That's
mom.
not true.
He's a very good
We-
lawyer.
He's a really good lawyer.
He's won like multiple like district-wide awards.
like fuck my dad, but he's a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's a good
I mean,
lawyer,
he
but
like when we first started dating, he even pulled some strings.
He
for me
lawyered the
once,
hell out of
and
everything.
It was
So the advantages we
Do-
have in that situation, we talked to the mom. We didn't completely use real names.
And you
She's
know,
18.
Mrs. Stevenson, she's like a saint, and I feel like it's mostly Mr. Stevenson.
I
that's
mean,
really
if
pushing
you're
her
worried about
around.
like legalities and shit, like the cops, don't fucking trust them. My dad has so many cop friends, and like that's not gonna help you out.
No, I don't think that's what we're worried about. Though.
You should be worried about him showing up here and
We
That's
might-
what we're worried
beating the
about.
shit out of you.
we
I don't think
security
we
set
can.
up. I think,
Yeah,
I
do
think
that.
we have security set up.
You
Based,
don't.
not yet.
Uh,
Zach said that.
I mean, there's
I mean,
still
we've been,
like
you haven't done anything.
there's
to
still
do
like
it
a
now.
good like amount
I can
of
I
the
can
night
put,
left. I could maybe like set some things up, maybe.
I
I
think
can
we should
I mean I
ask
can
Jen.
pay to get the same stuff he had set up here.
I mean, I was thinking about some kind of trap house sort of
Like
thing.
Home Alone.
Yeah, with shotguns.
Jim.
Yes, Jordan. What's that sign mean?
I think we might need your help because time is of the essence, and I don't think we have time to set up security systems to keep out a crazy dad.
So you guys make a mess, and it comes to old Jim to fix it. I mean, that's fine with me. I realize that tone was angry, but no, I'm just clarifying that.
It's a coaching opportunity
I
for
mean-
us.
Yeah, I'm about done with things here.
We'll go with that.
I've got a good pace going. I'll finish by the end of the night. What do you need me for to do?
We need a little Maurice.
You know, you said you paint over memories.
Maybe
Oh,
I should
yeah.
like stash
Oh.
Delilah at my house for a minute. My parents would cover.
I
for
mean, I
us,
said we
too.
were gonna go to your house to pick stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, give me an address. Let me know who I gotta.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that
Write
might
down
be
the
a
address,
good
Delilah.
idea.
We don't have to worry, and there won't be a blank spot because that's why I didn't want to mess
Sorry
with
to
it.
put you in this situation.
No, I mean, you're new. You're gonna make mistakes. Things are gonna get messy. You don't have Cyrus of your own, so I'll do what I can to help. Sure.
Delilah's
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, his name is Stan Stevenson. he's very big. Make sure he doesn't get the first shot off on you. I've made that mistake.
Or like the fourth and third.
Any shots?
I mean, you
be
weren't
alright
there,
on my own.
so I put up a hell of a fight. Isn't that right?
Delilah's shaking.
I mean, alright.
You've
I
watched them
mean,
enough.
the mom. They talked to the mom too and told her what was going on. Should we take care of the mom's mind too?
I'll go there and I'll make sure everyone's.
All right.
Got a good story.
I'll figure something out to explain their daughter's disappearance. I'll say she ran off. They don't know where she is.
She's 18. She moved out. They were controlling.
They'll probably be looking, and I'm assuming I'm not gonna be able to erase every memory they have of you and your relationship with her.
I'm sure he'll still try to find.
try to
and
find
tell
you.
me, so.
Maybe warn your folks or whatnot.
I mean, they'll cover for me. They're super chill.
All right.
They've always had my back.
Do you need any help, Jim?
I appreciate it, but I got this one. I'd really like you guys to focus on trying to get this blood we need.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Jim. That's super tight.
No problem. No one mess up what I've done here, all right?
We won't
I mean, can
I don't want to be in a
Oh,
blender.
yeah, look at it. Don't touch it.
All right.
Can't be blenders.
Don't want to be in a
Alright.
vampire blender.
I mean, it ain't a yeah.
I know it's not a blender, but
That's a good name
Also, we
for it,
prefer the
though.
name
I mean,
Kindred.
if
And
we
now you
can
make it
share-
feel like what I'm doing isn't as cool as what your idea of what I can. That's fine. I'll be back.
What time of night is it?
It's probably been a couple hours, so early evening. So
All right, guys.
We can head to
So,
Arcadia.
It's probably like 9ish.
so we could go to this Arcadia place, or we could go to I mean, back to that trap house. See what's there. I mean, he said that there was at least somebody there, but I mean this guy might be there this time. This Jack dude seems kind of rough. Might be more of a good potential for a volatile interaction.
Let's do
there.
Arcadia then.
We
Alright.
also have a third option.
Which is kind of fishing for people.
No, well, kind of.
I mean, I could reactivate one of my burners and kind of churn out customers.
No,
Well, let's hear what it
Get
has to
lucky.
say.
no,
What's your
no.
idea, Jordan?
Well,
Uh,
turns out I've known some kindred for a while. And I didn't know it until very recently.
Where?
My job.
where do you work?
Jack in the Box?
That's not it. She wouldn't need your
anyway,
bribes.
Like, we had a lot of customers that come through, and it would be a lot like fishing too, unless they know of someone with this special blood and would be willing to share, essentially. I already owe them a favor, probably, because of another situation.
So do we want to stack two favors with another kindred? Or do we want to
As
visit Lady Octavia?
little as I trust other kindred based on Jim's admonition, all that jazz, I'd rather trust the devil I know than the devil I don't.
So,
I mean, that
where are we
seems
going?
pretty reasonable to me, actually.
And we can just feel it out.
I mean, I could also just, like I said, maybe make some contacts. I mean, if you said that, like, addicts are typically the people, I mean,
Artists.
I have no shortage of them.
Jim did say that
I know.
this is their coin as favor. So if you already owe a favor, do you want to put yourself in a situation that you have to bow down to them twice and do what?
I mean, do you like and trust these
If we-
people? Yeah.
They took care of me when I was human. The favor that they did for me was when I was human.
It sounds better than just some random person, honestly.
I'm just
And if-
saying,
and if
Jim
it-
warned us.
I mean, if we
he
go to
did-
I'd rather
Arcadia,
go up against a
There's a.
queen
we're gonna
of
owe a
city.
favor anyway.
I understand that, but it's
Way more
not doubled
power.
up on somebody.
Alright, I say we definitely do that.
I can
That
just
seems
push
like the
around.
best idea, Jordan. let's head to the coven. I'll gas up the car. Let's get going.
Yeah, I'll call real fast just to make sure
They're
the
there
girls are
working
in and
tonight?
stuff. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Jack in the
I'm
Box.
gonna
The
give
coven.
Jack in the Box.
them a call to see if the girls are in.
Oh.
I hate this
Okay.
Evelyn changes.
You call.
It is
They'll put
it
you
is
through the
Wednesday
Adam.
night, so
I'm gonna let you know they are out of town. They're in Chicago. They'll be back this weekend.
Right. How good's your nose actually?
what do you? I mean,
I'm not gonna ask about the Delilah thing.
no, she
whatever.
legit has it.
Yes.
I have blood,
She has the
You-
sanguine in her.
sanguine in the blood.
She's just like in a real rough state right now. I
Pretty
don't
bad
think it's
spot.
a good idea.
I agree.
As well.
No, I
I'm
can.
But like,
I'm gonna
actually,
put
how good is
hunger.
your?
Why do you keep saying actually before? I mean, I told you guys
No,
I have
I know
this and I
that,
do
For
have
real,
it.
if we go out into the wild.
Why are you
and
saying
you
for real?
sniff
No.
around,
Everything
Are you
is
gonna
real.
smell?
You're
Everything that's
so
happened tonight is
usually
very
like
real already.
chill and like on my side, Jordan,
I feel
and
like
I
we
do
all
not
should be on the same page at a
understand
time like
the
this.
the
and honestly,
hostility
Sit
that's coming
did what
from
he had to
you.
do, and honestly, we're in a
the
better
place.
spot.
Jim, you've tasted my blood. You know I can
Jim is
like.
not there.
Jim is gone.
You sent Jim
What-
away to deal with it.
God damn it, Jim! Why'd you guys send Jim away? All right.
Do you?
To fix our mess.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I get it. It's my fault.
It's not your
It's
fault.
not your
Okay. It's
fault.
not
Herb.
I
exactly.
think we all agree that it's
Alright.
not.
We're
your
It's
happy
not
that
herb.
she's here.
Okay.
If we put
I'm
you in a
happy
bar,
for you.
can you find sanguine blood?
Yeah. I mean, if it's there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can
I can't-
absolutely do that. He's always finding that.
Hey, Delilah. You look great.
Not really.
All right.
I'm
sorry.
It's
So
kind of
here's-
rude to say.
Yeah, I
Here's-
know. I
Like
just
this.
pretend I didn't say it.
Oh my god.
Somebody make him forget.
I would make you forget you said that.
That's all I
Jesus.
do.
Fucked
So
up.
here's what I'm
sorry,
thinking.
babe.
Sure.
I'm really sorry.
We cannot make a move.
I never liked her though.
Yeah, I don't. Like, it sucks that she got turned 18.
No, like out of all the people,
We cannot
how
make a
much better would it have been
move
if it was Olivia?
until we
Like,
get
It
a
might have been.
permission or a conversation going. We
On
can't like
who?
encroach on other kindred's ground. I don't know what the rules are, but I don't want to break them before I figure
Well,
them
didn't Jim say there's no prince in St. Louis? So are we encroaching on anyone's ground?
out. Individuals, he was saying that
Oh.
like if they have like if it's like one of their kind of people.
I mean-
things, I don't know.
JC moved in on like this area
Yeah.
pretty rough.
Fuck JC, we're gonna fuck him up because of that.
Well, no, I'm just saying maybe
Think this-
that means that this place isn't claimed very well.
I think this might be part of that anarch.
I think it's claimed pretty well because the boss is a ghoul. So I think.
Oh,
it's
so you're talking
claimed.
about your place
Your
in
place?
general,
Yeah.
not just say okay.
Oh yeah.
No, I was talking
just-
about like more like the
Same.
this like suburbia
No,
that we
no,
all
no.
live in.
No, like the. I have a feeling.
You're
might
here
be
to
some
ask
people-
permission before we do anything.
Yes, in the club. So what I'm saying.
Are they
is-
there?
They're not there right now. So that's what I'm saying. We can go there, sniff around if we want, rather than just sit on our asses.
Well, I don't want to piss off other kindred.
We're not gonna do anything. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then let's not waste our time if we're not going to do anything. Time is, again, of the essence.
Right.
They'll be back this weekend.
And I don't think any of us, we
Unless you
can't
guys
wait for the
wanna take a
weekend. We're going to get taken
to Chicago.
3 times or 3 days to drink somebody instead of killing them.
Sure.
Uh,
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
So that's already another extra 3 days on us. And we need to get to Zoe as soon as we can to figure out what the fuck happened that night. So either we take a chance and go to a few bars and you can sniff out this blood type, or
I mean, I think I'd have a better chance just like making some calls, hitting up some places.
if you're
and some
confident doing
bars.
that, yeah.
I mean, if oftentimes they're the addict type, I know where they hang. You know.
If you're confident,
I am definitely sure that I could smell a humanoid with this kind of blood.
No, I understand that. We can't use that because it's not strong enough. So
No, I'm saying like I could spot another one, but I don't know how rare they are. I mean, Jim's made seem pretty rare. I mean, we're so lucky to have found Delilah. It's
So
like,
lucky.
I guess what I'm saying is we are very lucky. This is
but I mean, it's
I'm-
unfortunate at the same time, but still super lucky.
Very
No.
lucky, very unfortunate.
it's not unfortunate. We don't have to drink you. I think it's very fortunate all around.
You're
Oh,
right.
that was on
That's
the
a good
table?
point. I mean, it was an option.
That was a selling
Like a
point,
juice box.
like a high
Whoa.
C lava burst.
Fuck, I love those. Do you have drinks around here?
We
Yeah.
can't drink.
Yeah, she's
There's
got some
plenty
stuff
left
in the
over.
The
bed.
whole fridge is stocked.
I'll be back.
So either we take a chance and waste some time calling up people, your old contacts, or we
Waste
have
some time, right?
for sure. It just comes with a price.
What is your thing with power obsessed people?
What do you mean?
Why do you want to go to someone that can potentially fuck us over?
It's not
Like
that.
highly potentially.
I want to
fuck us
go
over?
because
'Cause it's
Jim
the fastest
stressed.
option?
Jim stressed that time is important, and that Zoe is a part of this whole thing that made us who we are now. So we need to get to her and get these questions because she's obviously working with those people. So if this is the surefire way and it comes with a price, it comes with a price. We just need to get it done. I'm not power hungry. I'm not obsessed with people who are power hungry, but we need to take care of this. We need to clean this mess up, not just for us, but also the kids that fell in that same night.
Is that why you want answers?
Yeah.
For the kids?
For our friends? Yeah.
Is that
I think I'm gonna set up some deals, guys. Seems like we're not really getting anywhere.
yeah, that sounds good.
If you guys want to go to Arcadia, go ahead. I'm just gonna set up some deals.
No,
Hey.
we're a team now, so.
You can set them up here.
All right.
They can meet here.
I mean, worth a shot. You guys don't need me at Arcadia, probably.
We're not splitting up.
All
So
right.
we'll do this. If this is what the coterie wants to do. Fair?
Yeah,
We can-
you know those. Even the people who survived aren't going to get answers, Elijah.
Doesn't matter. We can still avenge them. Take out the people who did this to our friends.
Listen, you know what? I actually kind of gotta go to town to resupply because I realized that all of my shit got lost. So let's just go to this Arcadia place and check it out and see what it's like. Or we can go to the Coven and just sniff around. I could probably score down there too.
Or, yeah.
Let's do that. Like you said, let's sniff around territory that's more known than unknown.
Just to start with, if we don't find anything tonight and we're still feeling like time is a huge pressure,
At least I'll be able to
Then we have
score
the
and we
next
have
day.
a backup plan and then we can think about Acadia tomorrow. Alright?
plus probably kind of hungry.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's super.
great.
And not that I suggest feeding there. Maybe go slightly outside the area. Because like I said, I don't know how the game plan works there.
Alright guys, we're burning moonlight.
Okay.
Let's get on the road to the Coven.
Just be mindful.
So you're all pile in one car. I'm assuming letting Delilah know where you're going. Heading to Arcadia.
Does Delilah want to come?
Oh no, the Coven.
Wait, what's
I
the
mean,
Coven?
safer to
The
keep her
Coven,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, unless she wants to come. I mean,
she'd be
she's her
alone in
own
the mansion,
person.
though. That's the thing.
No, she'll stay back and do more
Feed the
research.
juice
on
boxes.
what
Yeah, I'll
else
kind
going
of
on.
like show her some of this.
Sure.
Legitimately show her some sites. Make sure the VPN's set up correctly and everything.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty good at that stuff herself. So
Yeah.
Do you still
you,
have
you
the
trust her
gun?
not to fuck it up.
It's not loaded.
It's not loaded?
No.
I'm just saying she's going to be here alone. I don't know if we want to let her know where it is.
We gave it back to Edward unloaded, so
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay. So
I
you
would
guys-
tell her my brother might be back, and you just ignore him.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys load up, like to trek across the city, across the Mississippi River, into East St. Louis, to the Coven. You arrive. Definitely, probably with some of the younger ones here. A lot of place.
Walking through like the VIP door.
Not many people here at all. So Wednesday. But yeah, you go into the VIP door.
About what time is it?
This is probably close to midnight.
Okay.
Ben's
would
been
be-
hanging out for a while.
Taken up if there was anyone there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the bouncers know you. They let you in the VIP door.
Can I activate Blush of Life?
Yes. Give me 2. Take if either one's a success, you don't get hungry.
2
Nice.
successes.
Nice. You activate Blush of Life. You are no hungrier than you were.
I will also blush alive.
All right. That's 1 for you. You get hungrier.
I did that at the beginning of the.
Yes, you did.
So I can
I don't
have.
think I'm gonna make much physical
beverages.
contact.
So
So
I can have beverages. Is that
You
Blush of
can,
Life?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Because this is a club that serves alcohol. So.
Make sure my bag's still.
So yeah, this is something Evelyn and Elijah wouldn't necessarily know about me as we walk into my place of employment.
Yeah.
I think like the further we drove into the city,
You're
and as we
like,
drove
wait,
over, I was
wait. We know, and Herb would probably know just because we're pretty tight and
Sure.
it's whatever. Like I don't
Yeah.
really care if he knows. He's not
She's
gonna
like
say
working
anything.
a
oh
club and
shit! You had told me. I'm super honored.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you knew about it. So
Yeah,
figured
no,
I'd tell
I
you.
forgot though. I'm like, I was super high
Yeah.
that night,
Yeah. You go in.
and I didn't really
who
like
you
judge
looking
you,
for?
so it didn't really stick.
Yeah. So yeah, we just super casual about it, not making a big thing. I say hi to my boss, and we discuss my plans for coming in that weekend, just briefly, and
Yeah. If you're still good
Head
for
over.
Friday, he's good with it. He's talked to the others. They seem cool with it. They should be back around then.
Cool.
Friday or Saturday.
awesome. Well, we're just gonna grab a couple drinks, see a few dances, and bounce around. Talk to you later.
Sure. I mean, I try not to have like underage people drinking in here.
Oh, that's really good. We can just.
Maybe let's not make a habit out of these guys.
Oh, sure. We don't even have to do that now. We can just go hang out in the back.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Back school's me.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Okay.
Forgot we're 18. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's probably not drink.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
in case.
So I mean, like,
We just like grab some waters and
yeah.
if the bartenders are feeling extra.
So you guys want me to like sniff around? It's kind of weird now that we're like in this context.
How does it work? I mean, there's not a lot of people.
I mean,
there,
if
right?
I'm,
It's a
like,
fucking Wednesday, so.
Pretty close to a person, I can kind of like.
There's a lot of smells in here, but
get
yeah,
a sense.
kind of getting.
I mean, like if we paid for like enough dances, I suppose.
Let's go get some dances.
Evelyn pulled her credit card out.
It's kind of weird. I mean, they take cash here.
I don't carry cash.
Well, then we go to the
Yeah.
ATM.
The surcharges are gonna be unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel
Okay.
like there's a lot
Uh,
of experience at this.
What's a
table.
surcharge?
Had a friend lose.
I'll like while we're here, I'll text a few people that I might know around here. Just try to set something up
like
for a
18
buy.
surcharge.
Sure. So,
No,
going through, going around, sniffing some people. You would catch a couple maybe with a resonance. Nothing strong enough that you would assume to be a Dyscrasia. You set up a couple exchanges easy enough. There's plenty over this area. Same thing.
I was actually wanting to buy stuff.
Yeah, no, you can, sure.
Load up on a lot of marijuana, some heroin.
Sure.
Probably any kind of pharmaceuticals they have available. If anybody has any that they're shipping.
Baby aspirin.
I know that's typically higher and usually smaller supplier.
Yeah, give me a. Give me a streetwise. Just kind of knowing who to do. Let's do intelligence streetwise.
That's a drug deal. So take another one.
Mhm.
300 die. Intelligence. Then drug.
Found your superpower.
Jesus.
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Jesus.
Does
That's
that
9
work?
successes.
Is that
Wait, is that
success?
good?
Anything you
Satisfied?
want, you manage to find the right person for it, and you get it.
Yeah, I kind of, I kind of call it some of my more well-known contacts
Sure.
and everything, and get a hold of a guy who knows a guy whose cousin has a few
Club gets a little busier.
of these
Yeah.
things. Mostly I'd want to like stock up pretty heavy on the pharmaceuticals,
Absolutely.
but also getting a good chunk of the more addictive kind of downers as well as just kind of some decent weed to get a hold of as well.
Welcome to the world of
Um,
darkness.
I guess I'd fund a good chunk of it, but this is pretty expensive, so I'd kind of look to one of you guys. I guess anybody want to chip in on this? I could probably get us our money back in a good chunk too.
I give you cash.
What's your resource was that?
4.
Yeah.
Is that one now?
Evelyn can cover it without dipping into her knots.
All right. Yeah. So I kind of I fund a little bit of it myself. I'm not poor at all either, but
Right.
kind of extra fund it. Get,
Yeah,
like, really
there's a
stocked
lot of
up.
cash that you would need to come up with out of nowhere, and she's got you.
Okay. So I kind of look at it. We're definitely going to make a profit on this, so we'll be good.
Okay. Yeah, but otherwise, no Dyscrasia.
Yeah, no, I mean, some of these people have like a hint of it, but I don't think it's what Jim's talking about.
Did he say that we could like make it more apparent? Is there a way to? I can't remember.
Yeah,
You can affect someone's
and
residency,
somebody's like
said about.
state, but I mean, the sanguine states seemed harder to like inflict.
Is that the happy and horny?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So being
Yeah, I mean, you can inflict a resonance. You can have a flavor of the blood, but I mean, he
You can't
stressed how rare a Dyscrasia is.
Right.
So it'd definitely be more of a weekend crowd. That would even be
Maybe.
along these lines.
I mean, we definitely have a better
But-
shot just volume.
I mean, you'll just be fishing for, and
Yeah.
hope you run into something,
mean,
and
and
then
then-
hope they're not claimed.
Well,
Because people who have that are typically identified by Kindred, and Kindred typically keep an eye on them.
well, and like inciting that in their blood would be easier on the weekend.
I mean, yeah, but so he would have explained this while talking about everything. Getting someone from a residence to Dyscrasia, that's something that's going to take weeks, months of conditioning. That's not something they have a really good weekend and suddenly have Dyscrasia. You're in it for quite a while, conditioning them socially.
Still a VIP, which is would be a 1 out of a lot of numbers.
Maybe. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's within your
it's
realm, but he
Possible,
also
but not,
he expected you to get this tonight.
Yeah.
That's what he told you. And your
Right.
night is running
Well,
out, and you're
I
no
guess-
closer.
If time is worth more than potentially devastating favor.
It's also up to you, though. If you are comfortable taking your time to not incur any favors or not deal with any kindred, finding this on your own, you could do so. It'll just give Zoe more time to do stuff as well. So it's a trade-off that absolutely makes sense either way for you guys, depending on what you want to do.
We have options, but if time is more important to us, I understand. I'm not gonna be offended. It's whatever. I just don't like owing people, especially people that have a lot of power.
I don't think any of us does. So what's the plan?
I'm fine waiting it out. I don't need an answer right now. If they're harder to come by later, then that's something for later. Right now, we know what we know, and that's fine by me.
We don't know anything.
When do we ever?
I think that's why.
I look at her when I say that.
I know a lot of things.
Shit.
I mean, do I know about like computers or like
All right, so
politics? I am pretty well
Computers would
versed.
be good, actually.
I know a lot about medicine too.
Herb,
Yeah.
what's your vote?
I mean, we got a fuckload of drugs, so I mean, I could probably set up a significant amount of transactions to try to find somebody, or we could take the easier way and just talk to someone.
It's not the easy way.
It's
Like
a
you said,
fast way.
we owe
It's a faster
this school,
way,
owe this
yeah.
person something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jordan brings me a good point. It's not comfortable knowing that we're going to owe someone this possible devastating favor of another kindred. But also, Jim did stress that tonight was the night. I don't like saying that.
19-year-old bullshit.
Tonight's no good. How about Wednesday? Again, I don't know. I'm with whatever the team thinks. We're in this together.
Alright, so you want to wait. Jordan wants to wait.
Why did Jim say that we needed to get this done tonight? What was?
He
So
just wanted to
Zoe-
stress the
Okay,
importance of
Zoe-
not losing Zoe,
The
man.
rest of the Tremere don't start acting upon what they. That item
Whatever
that he kind of.
secret plan that we don't know that they have.
Well, yeah. There's some kind of item, an item
that we
powerful
don't know
enough
about.
to make them kill our entire school.
Just feel like we're putting a lot on the line for a lot of things we don't know about in order to pay a favor that we don't know what will be.
That's our life now.
Does it have to be? Everyone else seems to have the upper hand in every fucking thing.
Yeah, because we're what do they call us? Licks. We're new. We don't have that yet.
I'm just sick of being on the low end of the food chain, of the power dynamic, of whatever, my entire life. And life,
I understand. Probably more so than a lot of people. I understand. But there's
Alright.
sacrifices and there's compromises, and I think this might be one of them.
I feel like, listening to all this, I feel like we should maybe just try tomorrow to find another person, and if it gets late enough, I think our hand's kind of forced, and we should go to one of these contacts to make a deal.
can we call Jim?
You all have his number.
I mean, if you
I
want to
might be a
call
little
Jim.
preoccupied. I don't know how long that takes to paint.
It's been a minute.
We've been a while, yeah. It takes a
Okay.
drive.
We can
and then
call him, sure, yeah.
I called Jim.
Everything all right, Jordan?
Yeah,
How's the
well,
Dyscrasia hunt coming?
well, at least for tonight, the coven didn't pan out, which it was just a shot anyway. Just slow night, Wednesday night.
And like I said, it's a rare thing. I
Yeah.
wouldn't expect
Yeah, just whenever kind of thing.
correct.
Well,
Everything on my end's taken care of.
thank you for that. I thought you would handle that better than just putting plot holes in their heads.
No, it's done. It'll be all right.
Great, thank you. So we're kind of at a standstill in our debate about whether or not to go to Octavia. You know, you made it seem very time sensitive. Is it?
I mean, everyone's not just waiting around for us to act. They're enacting their own plans. The more we wait, the more of an upper hand we give them. It's not like we have anything else going on. What are we waiting for?
You have not met Octavia then?
No, I have not. I made my presence in this area a secret as much as I could. Like I said, if you have hesitations about going to her, that means you've been paying attention. But also, like I said, the rumors are she deals more in blood than boons. One of you or multiple of you might need to let her feed from you. Do not feed from her, though.
She
That's
can
how
take
you
us
get-
over?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, maybe that's not the worst option then.
Like I said, whatever you're comfortable with. Jack might be easier if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Or if you
Super shady.
want to take your time, that's within your right as well. I can proceed with my part of this on my own.
All right. Thanks, Jim. I'll let you know. I'll get back to you some point this evening.
All right, take care.
Don't you? All right. If her favors are more in blood, I think that's a much easier favor to repay. Maybe we go scope it out, get it out of the way.
Do we have
don't
time
like her,
tonight?
if we don't like her vibe, then we bounce.
Arcadia is in Soulard, so it's not too far across the bridge.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
It would be quick. You probably wouldn't have time to do this and track down a person unless she has the person on hand, but you can at least meet with her,
Introduce yourselves, establish relationship.
We're right there. Might as well.
get a
Yeah.
feel for it.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's roll.
Suppose that's the plan.
You guys head to Soulard, to Arcadia, which is a place.
What?
Is it frat bro-y?
No, this is more of the sort of hippie-ish, sort of like down to earth,
See?
like actual locals,
Dig it, yeah.
not
Okay.
like slew kids coming in or whatever.
I've been here.
There's also slew sponsorship. That's a lot for that.
Arcadia is an old school arcade bar. The back of the place and the roof, you can see is an amazing like gardens. A lot of greenery, a lot of foliage. Sort of, they have a big patio area with all sorts of cool plants, and you can see the roof even approaching. It's just spilling with plant life. Even on the inside, it's sort of a clash between like technology and the sort of new age decors, crystals and different symbols and symbology for all sorts of religions. But somehow sort of works together in this sort of controlled chaos. There's like pinball machines with trippy themes, arcade games with like plants sort of growing over them a little bit, but all operational, all working. For the middle of the week is actually a decent crowd. You guys head in. There's a girl with pink hair and lots of bracelets who seems to be the bartender. And sort of nod at you guys as you come in. Looking at you a little bit because you seem underage. And this is their bar.
We're here for
I
the
don't
game.
understand.
That covered about what I wanted to say.
I kind of lean in on the bar and ask if the boss is in.
Follow me.
Dude, how
I
did
like
you
that.
know Octavia
That
was
was
the boss?
fun. We're gonna meet somebody else.
Shit, Jordan's Octavia.
Oh shit.
She
It's my
leads
new
you
name.
upstairs. There's on the side, sort of the fire escape, the steps go up to the roof. She leads you that way. Again, even in this fire escape, plants growing off it, little crystals and things hanging off of strings. It's a little rickety, but you make it up just fine. This top of this is this very chill sort of garden area. There's a lot of different like furniture and stuff for you to lounge around. Everything painted in sort of these trippy hypnotic patterns. You are asked to wait before really getting more into an area that you see is covered almost like a canopy. It's like a pavilion up here that is a curtain of vines. She asks you to wait there and she goes in. You wait for a few moments. The pink-haired girl leaves with a handful of people in tow behind her. All of them sort of hanging on to each other. They're sort of blissed out. They're sort of looking around and bow to you as they go. One of them touches her face. Nice.
Thank you.
And they're led back down. The girl says, the Supreme is ready.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Much obliged.
All right, you head in, and you
Must be
see
like vampires.
sort of lounging on like large like pillows. There's
It's Cleopatra.
a group of 4 people. You see a woman whose presence makes it seem like she's the one in charge here. An old woman, not what you expected for this vibe. Like, looks like she's like 70s, like old. Yet she has sort of seafoam hair, sort of a bump in the front, and some little curls coming down the side. She's wearing a seashell crown. She's an eyebrow piercing with this green jewel that always seems to find light to reflect. She's heavy blue eyeliner, long green nails. Her dress is like that sequins that if you rub it a certain way, it changes the pattern. And you could tell it's like sort of all over the place right now. It's purple and blue, depending on which way the pattern is. Next to her, you see a person who's dressed pretty skimpily, mostly fishnet, with just enough to cover what's needed. Lots of piercings just covering her face. Her hair is sort of in these orange buns. She's very dark skin. And her most prominent clothing that she wears is this leather vest with many patches, sort of odd things pinned to it. Next to her is a stark difference. A girl who's sitting sort of at the ground at the old woman's feet with huge eyes and crazy long, very like silky hair that's just like cascading around her. She wears a very simple sort of flowy dress that matches her porcelain skin. She has a necklace with different phases of the moon going across it. And then sitting next to the old woman is what you would assume is a transvestite woman, because she's very large and has a bright blue beard, but has sort of what you assume is a wig, sort of a blue wig to match, and she's dressed very feminine, with a strappy dress, but very muscular arms. And the old woman says, I am Octavia, and you are new.
Very new.
Painfully so.
How can I help you? And with that, we will call this session. Pick things up with Octavia next time.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Y'all are.
No, I mean, you're fucked. I'm not giving up my blood.
The other one's talking, right?
I'll talk.
You look goddamn
Goodbye. We should probably do our social media sign-offs, right?
I miss Penny Dreadful.
Uh-oh.
That's what I was saying.
As you were closing up shop. Hey, guys. We are Table Goth. I am Bexy Bro. You can find me on the social medias at Bexy Bro. You can also find all of our Table Goth stuff on our Patreon. You can get a hold of the camera. The
Wait,
the whole internet is right there.
Mine's over there.
Mine's over there.
Shit. The internet's right here. Anyways,
There's one over there.
internet, listen to us. We have a Patreon. We have a bunch of bonus
Yeah,
content.
they're gone.
You get to see some prologue content. You get to see some additional character creation content. Go look at it. Go buy it. Everybody else, go ahead. You are somebody at somewhere.
At Mandy Morose on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
Follow her. Check her out.
I'm Danny. You can find me at Metal Chocobos on Instagram and Twitter. And like you were saying, the Patreon, we do have a prologue of us going to like 5:30 in the morning. So
Yeah, and we're like
it's-
real fucked up. And it's
We're
a lot
tired
of
and
yeah,
drunk.
like it's a lot.
fun. You see how much wine we go through in like this small session?
It's very well worth it.
Whew,
7 hours.
it gets rough.
It's amazing.
Worth watching.
It's fun.
Hello, I'm Miss Penny Dreadful.
Did you say hello?
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm the storyteller, bully. Don't bother finding me right now.
Yeah.
You need to find yourself right
He's
now.
in defiance.
Eventually, I'll find you. Most importantly, follow Table Goth.
Yep.
At Table Goth at everything. At Patreon and Instagram. On Twitter, we're Table_Goth.
Right to
Alright.
Twitter. Tell them to let us have the original.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Catch you
alright.
next time.
Okay, we're gonna do an after show thing
Yes.
for special people. What is that?
I'm so
She's
excited. I didn't know about
excited.
this.
We did it.
We've done it
we
every
always
every
do
single
it
time.
You get way too
Oh.
drunk.
We're gonna have an
Every time.
intervention.
Intervention.
Intervention. This week's after show. Intervention.
Bye.